welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nick Roloff. We are here live for our first Heat watch party of the season. This is the third preseason game for the Miami Heat. They played the Magic last Saturday in Puerto Rico. They played the Bucks at home on Monday, and now they host the San Antonio Spurs. Listen, we cannot do every watch party like we once could because I have a busy schedule covering the NFL and the Miami Dolphins on Mondays, the weekends, Fridays. But when we have weekday games in the fall, I will be live, and it feels great to be back here live on the channel with all the real ones here at the Heat Report. So I'm glad you guys can join us here on this Wednesday evening for Heat vs. Spurs action. Starting lineup tonight, we got Dru Smith, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo. So once again, we will see some of these starters. Obviously, no Davion Mitchell, no Rozier. Those guys are still out. No Tyler Herro as well, but Pelle Larsson is back today coming off of the bench. Kasparas Jakucionis will make his Heat preseason debut as well. So there is a lot of fun things that we'll keep an eye on in this game. We'll obviously hopefully see Victor Wembanyama as well. It's going to be very, very fun. Shout out to all the real ones in the building hanging out with us. Simply Archive, The Slaying Cat, Kelsey Williams, Daniel Barry, Maya's World, Ty Man, Vid Bully, Tamia. Let's freaking go. Feels absolutely terrific to be back in action with all of the Heat fans. I've been waiting for this a long time, folks. A very, very long time. I'm producing this show by myself today, so appreciate everybody for hanging in with us, and we'll have a fun time on today's stream. Shout out your city for me, as we always like to start this way. Where are the real ones watching from? We got 27 people in the building. We'll get there, and we'll get to tip off here shortly. We will be tipping off. When do we tip off on NBA TV? This game's on NBA TV here. So we got, let's think, is it 12 minutes after? Is it 7 minutes after? I always forget. I haven't done one of these in a while. I feel like I'm learning how to ride a bike again, or I guess it should say is like riding a bike. I'm going to put I'll put 6:40. That's what I'm doing. That's what I feel pretty good about that. We'll go there. 20 minutes until tip-off. We got Mo Motivation in Orlando. What's up? Slaying Cat in Boca Raton. Steve A saying, man, I miss basketball season. Me too, man. Simply Archive says, no more Nola, we in Nashville now. Okay. I see you. Ty Man the Buckeye in. Oh, hi. Oh, shout out to Mr. Ty Man. Hopefully everybody is ready to have some fun calling this game. We got some MLB playoff action before we go to the full game here. We got some new graphics as well at our disposal, which will be a lot of fun. I'll be excited for that. There's a lot to be excited about when it comes to the Miami Heat. I actually was on a couple of shows the last couple of days doing some more content. Hopped on Martell's show, the Miami Heat Zone yesterday. I'm not sure when that will be going out, but that was fun chatting it up with him. I was on a show with a Lakers guy on the Lakers Fast Break, was his YouTube channel, previewing the Eastern Conference. So just feels good here early mid-October to be back talking some basketball. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. I expect Miami, maybe we aren't the best team in the world, but we'll be entertaining with Jovic getting a step up, Kel'el Ware's second season, Kasparas Jakucionis, Norman Powell, Tyler Herro's return, and then hopefully there's a chance, in my opinion, where this Heat team could absolutely scratch and claw its way to be a top 6 team in the East. With the Tatum injury, Halliburton's injury, the Bucks roster taking a step back, there is certainly a pathway if Miami can really upgrade their offense, which is something we've talked about, and the pace increasing, to be a top 6 team in the East. Like, I think they're in the same tier of teams like the Atlanta Hawks, the Detroit Pistons, and I have those teams as potential 4 or 5 seeds. So, I don't know, man. I think we'll have to see how this plays out. Certainly excited to watch some Heat basketball tonight and talk some Heat basketball as well. What's up, Maddie? New season, let's go as well. AKA Miami says, we talking basketball, no more Dolphins What's up? Well, I'll still be talking a lot about the Dolphins over there. Certainly can bet on that, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'll say this, folks. We are sponsored by Prize Picks, so we got to tell you about the sponsor on today's show. This Heat Report stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football and basketball season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Bam Adebayo rebounds, points, and three-pointers made? Well, now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. I'm playing tonight for the Spurs Heat preseason game. I got less than on Bam, points, rebounds, assists. Just hasn't got going in the preseason. But I'll go with more than on Norman Powell, 12.5 points, who has been cooking. In less than on Victor Wembanyama, 13 points. Bam has always played well against him, and I don't think he plays that much in this game. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. Go get started with them. But listen, we got 34 people watching. Let's get those like numbers up, folks. We only got 12 likes. Let's run those numbers up here. Hit that thumbs up icon. Feels good to be live. And as I always say, not everyone can super chat and donate to the channel, but one way to help us grow and get more content here is hitting that thumbs up icon, because the likes, if they're up, shows my bosses that the Heat fans want more live streams, want more opportunities here. So hit that thumbs up icon. Hit that like button. Let's get to 25 likes right now. I believe we can do it. Come on, baby. Let's do it. Monty 2K, what's up, my friend? How's it going? Your Panthers took down my Dolphins this past week. What a disaster. We're not talking about it because we're not talking Dolphins football on the Heat Report, because I do enough about the Dolphins and they absolutely stink. Boy Wonder, it's good to be back. Absolutely. It is. Country Balls, what's up, what's up, what's up? Saying Bam better than the alien, referring to Victor Wembanyama. I agree as well. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun today. You're going to hear me say that a ton. Now, unfortunately, this is our only preseason watch party. I think I mentioned it on a VOD or a video. That was some chat sports slang right there. But the way the Heat scheduled out their preseason, all of the games were on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Well, unfortunately, due to the football season, I can't do Sundays because of the NFL, and I can't really do Mondays because the day after a game is like as big as a day as you can have in the NFL content world. So focused on NFL stuff on Mondays, so no preseason streams then, and then I'm off Friday and Saturdays, and I don't really want to sacrifice that for preseason basketball. I hope you guys can understand that. So only preseason stream we're doing is tonight's because it is on a Wednesday. But when the regular season commences in October 21st and 22nd, we'll have more streams. We'll do as many as we can during the football season. And then once the football season ends, so January, final week of the regular season, that ends, will be full steam every single game for the Miami Heat. You can absolutely bet on that. Country Balls, I think we cooked. You talked about as a team, or you talking for we're going to cook this year? Well, we cooked, we're going to be nice. I don't know. I don't know how I want to take that. Boulevard says, Heat season back. Let's go Heat. Fans since 98. I love that, baby. I love that. AK says, yeah, Mondays is for the mic in fire talk. Like, for real, though. I'm not even trolling like that. That's God's honest truth. That's the God's honest truth, man. As sad as it is, it's really the truth. Let me find what I'm looking for here. Here we go. Super chat menu on today's show. If you want to get involved here at the channel, be greatly appreciated. Give me 1 second because I got to do some producer stuff. I'll tell you what, I haven't produced my own live show in a while. It's like riding a bike. I mentioned that earlier here. I'm just dominating the game right now, man. I'm telling you, like, I can still do this shit. I can still do it, man. Do I want to do it? I don't know, but I can still. Here's our Super Chat menu for today's show. $5 Super Chat. We're adding the fishbowl. It's a football helmet, but I'm going to consider it a fishbowl. I'll put it in front of me so we can actually see it. I don't know why it goes empty when the green screen's behind me, but when it's in front of my body, it looks like a magic trick. It's still there. Every $5, we'll crack open a Happy Dad and pour it in here, and then at the end of today's stream, we'll chug it. We'll see if we can even fill up 15% of this thing. But every $5, we added the fishbowl. $10, I'll do 10 push-ups, and then $20, we'll do some shots if we want to get real nutty here on a Wednesday afternoon. Only preseason watch party we're doing. So after tonight's stream, we won't be live on the channel again until the first day of the regular season, which is October 22nd. Heat against Orlando. Big time matchup. I know we'll be missing Tyler Herro. The Magic will certainly be favored in that game. They're the third best team in the East, in my opinion. It goes New York, Cleveland, Orlando, Detroit, Atlanta, and then you start to have conversations about us, Indiana, Milwaukee, Boston, potentially. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun opening game, though. That's the next time we'll be live on the channel. But we're going to enjoy today's live show. That is for sure. And this is how we can get involved with the Super Chats. Appreciate any potential donations. And we're off and running from my guy, MP Sports Review. M Sports Review. Appreciate you, my friend. $5 Super Chat, which means we crack open a Happy Dad. We got the pineapple, and we do a little pour here. We'll start there. That's the first pour. Hopefully we get a lot of pours throughout the evening. Appreciate you for getting the Super Chats rolling. What do you think about trading Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins for De'Aaron Fox? So we're already starting with the trade rumors. Don't hate it. Yeah, I would do it without question. Like, listen, let's call a spade here. Wiggins and Powell are going to be awesome, impactful players for us here. But Norman Powell's on an expiring $20 million contract. Andrew Wiggins has a 1+1. This is the final guaranteed year for Wiggins. He has a player option next year at $30.1 million. Likely opts in, but you never know. De'Aaron Fox would be a home run addition, right? Signed a massive contract extension with the Spurs this offseason. So he is tradable at the deadline, I believe. Maybe won't be. I'll have to look into the time frame where he can be traded, but it might barely just be around that February deadline. So I'll get back to you on that. But if you offered Powell and Wiggins and like a couple first-round picks for Fox, I would be all in. And do the Spurs want to do that? I don't think so. But I could see them maybe moving on from Fox if they really like what they see from Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle in their second seasons. Because it's like, well, we drafted Harper 2 overall. I believe he's got all NBA potential. Stephon Castle was Rookie of the Year. It's like, well, maybe we just want to go with a full youth movement, grab a couple veterans and Powell and Wiggins to help us compete now, taking a couple first-rounders. If you're Miami, you get your point guard of the future in Fox, your running mate for Bam Adebayo. Your team would certainly get better, and your top 3 players would be Fox, Bam, and Jovic. You'd certainly do a little bit of a youth reset there, but Fox can be a top 2 player on a title team. Can he be number 1? I don't know. Number 2, absolutely. Bam would be your 3. You'd still probably have to get that 1. But a Fox, Herro, Bam top 3 with the supporting cast of like a Jovic and Ware could be very fascinating. So I would do that trade. Yeah, I would answer yes with that. M Sports Review. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, as we get more in here, I'll ask this question. This one is going to be a good one. What player are you most excited to watch today? We got Jovic, we got Jakucionis, Bam. We got a lot. Which player has you the most excited tonight? Which player has it? What's up, Anointed? Good to see you. What's up, Lord Buddy Bear? Good to see LBB in the building again, Till. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? How are the Raiders doing? Not great. Well, the Dolphins aren't doing much better, LBB, so we're both struggling. It's 6:30, so time to get into the game, hopefully soon. I don't know. Well, we got the stream pulled up. I don't know when it's going to tip off. Could be in 2 minutes, could be in 9 minutes. I always It's always about 11 minutes after the scheduled time. We'll see if that remains true in the preseason. I honestly don't remember how quickly they pulled the trigger in the preseason. But let's go see some excited players. Get down in the comment section. Simply says the rookie 20th pick, Kasparas Jakucionis. Don't disagree there. It's him and Jovic for me. I'm most excited to watch Jovic again. He's been great for Miami in the first 2 preseason games. Obviously, just got extended late last week. Quentin says Herro. Herro's not playing. He will not be back on the court for Miami until mid-November. Target return date for Herro is around November 17th. November 19th. We'll see when he ultimately returns. Boy Wonder is saying Nikola Jovic, kind of like me. Mo Motivation saying Jovic has me super excited as long as he can stay healthy. I agree there too, man. I agree there. He stays healthy, he might really have that breakout 4th season that the Heat are expecting from him, which is why they gave him that extension, but also what he needs. He's only played in 46 career games in a season, that is, as a high. You hope that gets up to like 65, 70 this season. I'm very excited to see that. Very excited to see that. Dandy Man's excited for Kasparas. Couldn't be more excited myself. Maddie's saying Dru Smith. Dru Smith in the starting lineup today. If you're just joining us, Dru Smith, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jovic, starting 5. Quinn Speed's excited to see Cass. Yeah, man, I did go excited. Listen, most of you know this, but I do a lot of NBA draft content here. I'm our NBA draft expert, if you want to consider me that, at Chat Sports, analyst, however you want to frame it. I had on my big board Kasparas Jakucionis as my 6th overall prospect. Like, I loved him at Illinois. Does he have physical limitations in terms of his athleticism? Yes, but his feel for the game, his ability to make the wow passes. He was extremely efficient on step-back threes, which translates to the NBA. And he got hurt. He ultimately hurt his elbow or shoulder or forearm, I forgot what it was, in college last year. And his efficiency went from extremely efficient in the first month or 2 of the year to below average after the injury. And my thoughts like, well, if he's fully healthy and you're getting the efficiency and shot making that you saw in his first month or 2 of the year, well, that's a star player, man. So I loved him. I had him as my 6th overall guy. I had him as my 3rd point guard in this last draft. I had Dylan Harper, number 1 overall in terms of my point guard rankings. Spacing, who's the other one? Oh my God, I'm having a brutal mental block. 2025 draft. It went in the order that I wanted it to. Jeremiah Fears. Jeremiah Fears was my point guard 2. My point guard rankings was Harper 1, Fears 2, and then Kasparas 3. So I'm very excited. I loved Agor Dement too. He was my 4th point guard. Big fan of him. I had Fears as my 5th overall player. My rankings actually went Cooper Flag 1, Harper 2, Edgecombe 3. Who was my 4th? Shoot. Now I'm curious. Let me look back at it. Let me look at my big board, man. I forgot. 2025. Let me look at the big board. I forget the big board. 2025 big board. NBA. Where is it? Oh, here it is. My number... Oh, did I not rank them? No, I definitely had to rank them. No? Did I not? I'm a loser for that if I didn't. I had to put it somewhere, didn't I? I don't know. Sorry, I'm going on a wild goose chase here. We're done with it. That was terrible. You know what they say? They terrible radio. I mean, that was terrible YouTube right there, man. No one knew what the hell I was doing. No one knew what the hell we were doing. Couple more super chats. Let's go. Shout out to Anointed with the 5. How do you feel about Dru Smith? I feel like other players should have been considered over him. Well, first of all, every $5 super chat, we do a little pour the happy day in there. We have another one coming up, so I'll just do it again. Starting to fill up that fishbowl. Remember, $5, pour into the fishbowl. We'll chug it at the end of today's show. $10 push-ups, $20 shots. I like Dru Smith. My question is, who would you have wanted over him? Yeah, I know people might be annoyed because you haven't seen a ton of like crazy return on Dru Smith just yet, but I really like his 14 game stretch last season before he suffered the season-ending injury was absolutely phenomenal. It was great, dude. It was like he was disruptive defensively. He got his hands on everything. He was deflecting passes left and right. Shot 50% from three. The coaching staff loves him. The front office loves him. And he's certainly going to have a role on this Heat team this season. For better or for worse, he's going to. I actually think he ultimately plays more than Kasparas Jakucionis this year. I expect Kaz to get a lot of work in the G League this season. 19 years old, needs to develop, and you have Davion, you have Rozier, you have Dru Smith. So maybe Kaz gets PT early with Herro out, but once Tyler Herro returns, Kaz is that fourth guard, and it's like, do you want him sitting on the bench every game, or do you want him going to play? So I think he plays in the G League, but I think Dru Smith's going to have a role on this team for sure. There's no doubt about that, in my opinion. Shout out to him. Sports Review again. Do you think the Heat could trade Wiggins or Powell for Lu Dort? Dort makes perfect sense for us as a young 3-and-day fast-paced champion. Dort's nearing the end of his contract, but I don't think the Thunder would do that. I just don't see why the Thunder would make that trade. They're looking to repeat as champions, Sports Review. And Wiggins and Powell, are they better players than Lu Dort? Yes, but why break up what's already working for them? The chemistry they've built up in OKC is top-notch. And yeah, Dort's contract's expiring, just like Wiggins and Powell, but I don't see the Thunder doing that. And if we're going to be honest, it's actually a downgrade for Miami as well, because as I mentioned, Wiggins and Powell are better than Lu Dort, in my opinion. You would lose a ton of offense. Yeah, you'd get better defensively, but Miami needs more offense than they need help on defense. I want to make that clear. Our offense has been bottom 10 in the NBA each of the last 4 seasons. We need more offensive help more than anything here, folks. More than anything. Over 100 people watching. If you haven't already, please hit that sub button. We post daily content here at the Heat Report. We'll be live for regular season action when it tips off in a couple weeks. Live here for a preseason stream. Only time we'll be live in the preseason this year, unfortunately, because of how the schedule's played out. But if you are not subscribed, please hit that sub button. But as we're about a minute or two away from getting underway in this game, if you're ready for tonight's action, spam those me's, folks. If you're ready for the game, spam those me's. I'll give some shout-outs down below for everybody showing the love in the chat. So hit that sub button, type those me's. We're in sub-only mode, so you do have to be subscribed to be able to comment. But if you are in the building and you're excited, spam those me's. 115 people watching now. Let's freaking go. It's good to be back, baby. It's good to be back. Simply's ready to roll. Ty Man's ready to roll. Boy Wonder. Quitting Speed. My guy Wasim Khan. What's up, Wasim? Good to see you. M Sports Review is ready to roll. Man, it feels good for Heat basketball to be back. I got my Heat thermos here, which I have every day. Having water, staying hydrated out there. I ran 5 miles this morning before coming to work. Dallas Heat, pretty hot, got very sweaty. Got to get those electrolytes, got to stay hydrated. Starting lineups for each squad. Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama for the Spurs. For the Miami Heat, Dru Smith, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo. Kasparas Jakucionis and Pelle Larsson return to the rotation, so they'll be in this lineup coming off of the bench alongside others like Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Kel'el Ware. All right, Heat wearing their whites. Spurs wearing their blacks. It's time to get rolling, baby. And we're officially underway in Miami. We got a new scoreboard graphic, so we'll see if it ultimately works here. But the game starts off with a Devin Vassell mid-range jumper that he absolutely cashes. Let's see here if the game has started. I don't know how it's going here. We'll see what happens. But Heat on offense now, down 2-0. We'll see if the scoreboard updates like it should. Adebayo's going to launch a 3. He goes in and out there. So he first missed shot of the game for Miami. Devin Vassell brings it up. There we go. Now we're back, I think. Let's ride. Devin Vassell driving, kicking, over to Keldon Johnson now. Bodies hit the deck. Offensive foul on Victor Wembanyama. Oh, look at that. It's on time now. Let's go, baby. That's sick. See, this is the new graphics that we're talking about, baby. We also got this one. Let me see if it works. Couple super chats we'll get on screen. Oh, well, it's ahead of us, so let me rechange that. But Andrew Wiggins, as you see, got his three-point shot blocked. So it goes out of bounds. It will stay with Miami. And listen, this is a test run for us all, folks, because these are new graphics, new system to where they update on their own. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So stick with us here in the preseason. But 2-0, Miami have the ball, 11 minutes to go. Powell, guarded by Champagnie, rejects a screen, drives to the rim, layup, no good. Andrew Wiggins couldn't get the rebound, so Keldon Johnson gets the board and brings it up now. Wembanyama driving on Adebayo, bodied up, running floater is good, and that puts the Spurs up 4. All right, so this little is a little ahead here, so we'll try to change that on the play-by-play. Wiggins missed a shot. Vassell comes the other way. Left wing 3, a little short. Norman Powell grabs the rebound. Up ahead to Jovic. Jovic in the corner. He drives, but there is a foul. Okay, so now we're just trying to find the common ground to where it's the best time frame here. I'm going to go with 12 seconds. I feel like 12 seconds might be the moneymaker. Go with 12. Did get a couple super chats. We'll get those on screen here in just 1 second. Stick with us here. But we got to do graphics. We're trying to start. We're trying to showcase them up, baby. We got a 2-point shot by Wiggins that falls, and the Heat finally get on the board today. 4-2. Champagnie curling, dropping it inside the Barnes. Now over to Wembanyama, guarded by Jovic. Now into Wemby. Wemby up and under. Good defense by Jovic. Forces a fadeaway, and it ultimately falls. So 6-2, Spurs lead. Adebayo loses the handle, regains it here. Jovic driving baseline. Kicks it to Powell, who pump fakes a 3. Powell floater baseline. Good! Good job there by Miami. Okay, so this is certainly behind. So each one is at its own different pace here. So stick with me. We're working on it, folks. Keldon Johnson, top of the key. Into Wemby on the block. He's bodied to the ground. They'll call a foul on Norman Powell. 100 people watching. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. First TV timeout, we'll get to the last couple of super chats, so stick with me here. Harrison Barnes here to inbound. Having a hard time getting it in. Now finds Wemby. He's guarded by Adebayo. Driving right. Spinning. Drops it off, but stolen away by Wiggins. Heat running out in transition. Wiggins. Euro step. Layup. Blocked. Rebound. Dru Smith to Adebayo. They're going to call that a goaltend on Wembanyama. Basket. Good for Wiggins. We're tied up at 6. So Andrew Wiggins with 4 points, and like the aggressiveness there, they say that ball was on its way down. Oh, it absolutely was. Wemby can't do that. Wembanyama now back the other way, sees the pair of bodies, kicks it over to Vassell. Vassell driving on Dru Smith. Pull-up elbow jumper, a little strong. Jovic with the board. He'll push like he likes to do a lot. Jovic swings it over to Powell. Powell will slow it down and is fouled going up on a 3-point shot. So we will see 3 free throws for Norman Powell. 8:24 to go in the first quarter here. Like the way Miami has been pushing the ball in the preseason, and you see it early here. Jovic grabs the defensive board. We run. Finds Powell on the perimeter where Champagnie got a little too aggressive defensively. So 3 free throws coming here for Norman Powell, who went off for 18 points in the first half on Monday against the Bucks. He'll make the first free throw to give Miami their first lead of the evening, and Powell is on the board with his first points of the night. Powell looks exactly like the player that was advertised when we made the trade. Powell knocks down the second free throw, so he's got 2 points. Heat up 8-6. I feel like we found the good range right now of updates. Would you guys agree with that sentiment? Let me know if you think so. Y for yes, N for no in the chat. Is this timed up relatively good? Powell makes the third free throw, so he goes 3 for 3. It's 9-6. Keldon Johnson brings it up for the Spurs. Swings it over to Vassell. Vassell, guarded by Dru Smith, gets a screen. Vassell kicks out to Wembanyama, who swings it to the corner. Keldon Johnson will launch a three, and he knocks it down to even this game up at 9. Bam, the other way quickly. Ball movement, crisp. Dru Smith corner triple. He answers! Look at that pace Miami's playing with. Look at that pace. The Spurs playing quickly. Champagnie corner three. That's good. 12 all. Jovic the other way. I mean, I love what I'm seeing from Miami, man. Powell, tough too. That's a bad shot by Norman Powell. No good. Rebound Harrison Barnes. Wembanyama picks up his dribble. Good defense there by Wiggins. Wait, is that not a double dribble? What? They call a foul on Wiggins. I thought that was a double dribble. Don't really understand that. Don't understand that, but whatever. Barnes to inbound here from the side. No substitutions for either team to this point. Turnover! Guess who forced it, baby? Jovic and Dru Smith jumped the inbound pass, and Vassell just had it butterfinger off his hands out of bounds. Third turnover for the Spurs. None for Miami at this point. Jovic driving on Barnes. Little 8-foot floater. Good! And Jovic is on the board with his first shot attempt of the night. Nikola Jovic, baby. I love it. The $62.4 million man. Wembanyama, scoop layup, no good. Bam with the stop and board. Heat have numbers, 5-on-4. Dru Smith swings the Powell to the corner. Wiggins, wide open three. Good! Timeout, San Antonio. Heat go up 17-12. The defense to offense, the pace. I love it. I can't get enough of it, folks. And you know what? It's early, but I love to see it, and I love to say it. The Spurs need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. This Heat pace, man. This Heat pace. It's sensational. I'm tweeting this out. I'm praying the Heat play with this pace in the regular season. Will do this team wonders. Man, beautiful basketball happening in Miami right now by the Heat. It's just absolutely beautiful, folks. It is. Let's give some shout-outs, and then we'll take a look at the couple of Super Chats coming in. But shout-out to Maddie with the fireball emojis, Anthony, Boy Wonder, Simply, Anointed, Cedric, Perry, Tyman, Zezis, Shamar. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Love it, baby. Love to be back in the action live on the Heat Report. Shout-out to Wasim Khan with the $2 Super Chat. Appreciate you, my friend, as always. And then Anointed with another $5 Super Chat, our fourth of the day, which means we pour a little bit in the little thing. Every $5 is a pour. $10 is 10 push-ups. $20 is a shot. Let's frickin' go. How do you feel about Charles Bassey? I feel like he should have at least a vet min. I feel like Miami should have picked him up. I like having Precious. I do. Anointed. If you had to choose between Precious as your third big or Charles Bassey, I'll go with Precious because we've seen him be a rotational player at a solid level in the past. He knows what it takes to be in Miami, and he plays hard, and he's a good rebounder. So we'll see if he even makes the team and is with us all year long due to that non-guaranteed contract. But I'm a fan of Precious, and I'm not going to complain about having him. That's for sure. That's for sure. But appreciate the Super Chats. If you want to get your thoughts on screen or ask a question, Super Chat's the best way to do that. If you want the Heat to beat the Spurs today, hit that thumbs up icon, man. We have 138 people watching. Only 38 likes, though. Let's get up to 100. You know what? When we get up to 100 likes, I'll do a free pour into the fishbowl helmet. So hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to triple digits. Greatly appreciated as we're here live on the channel. We're back. No substitutions for Miami. And the Heat put on a press and almost get a turnover. Barnes will bring it up, though. The Spurs did make some changes. Luke Kornet into the game. Wembanyama sits down. That's the only change. Barnes drives, but is stonewalled by Adebayo. Forces a kick out. Vassell launches a contested three. No good. Excellent team rebound. Wiggins grabs it. Wiggins in transition. Finds Jovic. Left wing three. Comes up a bit short there. But Dru Smith almost grabbed the offensive rebound, but it trickles out of bounds. Good defense to offense there for Miami. Got a good look. Jovic has struggled with his three-point shot a little bit here in the preseason so far. Hopefully he finds it soon. Harrison Barnes with a corner three. No good. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's going to push. He kicks it over to Powell to the corner for Wiggins. Wiggins will launch a three over Kornet. Comes up a bit short there. But once again, you see that pace Miami is playing with. Every shot feels like it's coming in the first 14 seconds of the shot clock. Kornet inside had a mismatch. Easy right hook shot. Good over Norman Powell. 3-point game. This is the second preseason game for the Spurs. Their first one came a couple days ago against the Long Lions. So first time playing an NBA team in the preseason. Jovic back cut inside. Great feed by Adebayo. Jovic fouled by Vassell. And Nikola Jovic will go to the charity stripe for two. And we'll see our first substitution of the evening. It will be Jaime Jaquez Jr., who may project as the sixth man with Tyler Herro out. You'd project the sixth man to be Davion Mitchell with Herro in the starting lineup. But with Herro out, Davion will likely start, which means Jaquez could be that sixth man. He comes in right now as Jovic misses the first free throw. Did Jaquez come in for Wiggins? You'd have to imagine that's the case. Or did he come in for Dru Smith? He came in for Dru Smith, so the Heat starting lineup in its first two preseason games is what's on the floor now. We also get to see a look at a first-round pick from San Antonio, Carter Bryant. He checks in this ball game. Takes out Harrison. No, who did he take out? I can't remember. Jaquez immediately whistled for a foul as Devin Vassell drove baseline. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon. 138 people watching, only 44 likes. Let's get to 100 likes, folks. Come on. Come on, hit that like button. Harrison Barnes looks to inbound, can't get it in. Now finds Vassell in the corner. Vassell isolated on Jaquez, but drops it off to Keldon Johnson. 5 on the shot clock. Johnson gets to his right hand and gets a right bank shot to go. Good move there by the young man from Kentucky. Bam Adebayo, top of the key. Pull-up free throw line jumper over Kornet. Rattles in and out, no good. And then rebound San Antonio before Jaquez commits a foul. Second foul on Jaime Jaquez Jr. in this one. Bam has just simply not found his shot in the preseason. We know he got off to a slow start last year in the regular season. Hopefully that isn't the same case this year. Vassell, guarded by Jovic, now switches on to Bam. Swings it to Johnson. Johnson drives, kicks to Kornet. Kornet reverse layup, good. Even up at 18. Powell jumps ahead to Bam, and it's a turnover on Miami. A little reckless basketball by the Heat. So this is the one thing here. If you're Miami, You want to play with pace. You want to move the ball quickly, but you do not want to play recklessly, which will lead to turnovers. Keshad Johnson checks in for the first time tonight. Nikola Jovic takes a seat on the bench. So we've seen Miami do a 5-in, 5-out situation where it's almost full hockey line shifts in the first 2 preseason games. This is the first time we're seeing actual substitutions so far. Jaquez first man off the bench. Keshad Johnson number 2. Harrison Barnes lines up a 3 and bottoms it to give the Spurs a 3-point lead. Jaquez over to Wiggins, works over to Keshad now, drops in Adebayo. Bam drives baseline. Fouled before the shot, but the Heat are in the bonus, so we will see Bam Adebayo head to the line for 2. That's another thing that Heat fans should really like from what they've seen in the preseason to this point. Adebayo went 7 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half on Saturday, and then got to the line 4 more times in the first half on Monday. So Adebayo has been getting to the free throw line a ton in this preseason. Makes the first free throw here. What's up, Appuccino? Good to see you, my friend. (21-19) after that made free throw by Bam. 21-20 after the second made free throw. Pelle Larsson into the game for the first time. He takes out Andrew Wiggins. Larsson defending the ball, now over to Kornet. Back to Adam Flagler. But then look at Pelle Larsson be a pest defensively. A legal screen on Luke Kornet drawn by number 9, Pelle Larsson. Love to see it. And now I believe we will see Kel'el Ware check into the game here. We will. Adebayo out. Jaquez driving, kicking, Powell, pump fake, fouled. Inside the arc, so it will be Norman Powell going to the line for 2 free throws. Foul was committed by the rookie out of Arizona, Carter Bryant. With how the rotations has been made so far, we see 4 bench players in with Powell right now, those being Keshad, Ware, Jaquez, and Larsson. You imagine that the rookie Kasparas Jakucionis will be this 5th substitution for Norman Powell, who is the lone starter still in the game. Powell makes the first free throw, so he's 4 of 4 at the line today. He's got 6 points, Made a little 11-foot pull-up jumper, and then has 4 free throws. Chance to make it 5 and give Miami a lead here. Powell makes that free throw, so he's got 7 points, 5 of 5 at the line. 1 of 3 from the field. Lindy Waters into the game for the Spurs. He gets it over to Champagnie, guarded by Jaquez. He'll line up a left wing 3, and he bottoms it, putting the Spurs back in front by 2. Powell to the rack. Too strong. Got a great look at it. Rebound San Antonio. Bryant in transition to the corner for Flagler. No good there. Ware with a rebound and turns it over, trying to throw it ahead to Keshad Johnson. Spurs quickly ahead. Waters 3. Air ball. Rebound Ware. And this time he smartly outlets it to Keshad Johnson. Work ahead to Jaquez. Jaquez swings to Larsson. Right wing catch and shoot 3. No good. But an offensive rebound Ware. He'll back down on Kornet. Left hook shot. Misses it. Point blank range. Needs to convert that. Kasparas Jakucionis is set to check in. Taking out Powell, presumed. Champagnie lines up a 3. Good! And the Spurs open up their largest lead of the game at 5 points. 27-22. Spurs lead. Eric Spoelstra calls a timeout. When we return, we'll see the Heat's first-round pick, Kasparas Jakucionis, make his preseason debut. In the meantime, let me tell you about our sponsor on today's show, which is PrizePicks. This Heat Report stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football and basketball season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Bam Adebayo rebounds, points, and three-pointers made? Well, now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on PrizePicks. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks won't count it as a loss. I'm playing tonight for the Spurs Heat preseason game. I got less than on Bam, points, rebounds, assists. Just hasn't got going in the preseason. But I'll go with more than on Norman Powell, 12.5 points, who has been cooking. In less than on Victor Wembanyama, 13 points. Bam has always played well against him, and I don't think he plays that much in this game. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's live stream. You saw my picks tonight. We'll see how it plays out. Another new little tidbit here of graphics-wise is that we have live stat play-by-play type of thing. I mean, look at this guy right here. Recent plays. This is the last 3 things that happened before the timeout. Rebound, 3, Heat call it to. How about that, folks? How about that? How about that, man? A lot of new graphics coming to the table, which I'm excited about. A lot of new graphics to the table. 2:26 to go. In the first quarter, Heat down by 5. Heat been playing up-tempo. Couple turnovers today. Spurs hot from beyond the arc, though. They've been knocking down their threes. They've been knocking down their threes. What a last couple of drafts for the Spurs. Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, back-to-back Rookie of the Years. And then this year, Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant. You see there, Kasparas Jakucionis enters the game for Norman Powell. So the rookie 20th overall pick has the ball right now as we're back in action. Dishes it to Keshad Johnson. He swings it over to Larsson. Now Jaquez posting up against Champagnie, driving, spinning, fading away, fouled, and Jaquez will go to the line. A lot of fouls on San Antonio. Heat working their way to the charity stripe early here. Jakucionis, Larsson, Johnson, Jaquez, and Ware. 5 on the floor for Miami. A lot of youth in this group. Last 3 first-round picks for Miami in this lineup. Jaquez, Ware, and Jakucionis. Last 4 picks, if you include Larsson, second rounder in 2024. Yeah, Pachito, I'm excited to see how he goes. The Heat are 9 of 10 at the free throw line as a team today. Make it 10 of 11 as Jaquez makes both free throws. 27-24. Carter Bryant has it. Guarded by Johnson. What a fun matchup between those two. Jakucionis with a steal in transition. Drops it off to Johnson for a dunk. How about the rookie getting a steal and a dish to start this one? And forcing almost another turnover here. And then they're going to call it over and back. So he does. Jakucionis with a steal and dime to start the night. Attaboy, Rourke. Way to introduce yourself to the Heat Nation, baby. He now has it, guarded by Flagler, kicks it over to Jaquez. Jaquez driving on Champagnie. Sees a couple of bodies, spins, right hook shot, good! So back-to-back points there by Jaquez, putting Miami in front by 1, 28-27. Wembanyama back in the game for Luke Cornett. Flagler, pick and roll to Wemby, guarded by Ware. Fun matchup right there. Flagler will line up a 3 and buries it as the Spurs continue to be unconscious from beyond the arc. 30-28. Larsson over to Johnson. Keshad driving. Drops it off to Ware. Ware doubled. Kicks turned over. Flagler with the steal and room service on the other end. Second turnover on Ware. Jakucionis, a crossover and drive. Drop off to Jaquez for a poster! Slam! Welcome to my poster! Jaime Jaquez Jr. Wemby! Do not go up there! What a dunk, but another great dribble drive by Jakucionis, and now the Spurs turn it over. How about Jakucionis with the dish to Jaquez, who posters Wembanyama? Look at this start from the young second unit in Miami. Jaquez feeling it. ISO, drive, kick. Larsson, corner three. Buries it! Heat out in front by one with under 18 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. What an exuberant performance early by Jaquez Jr. The third triple of the first quarter for Miami. Wembanyama driving. Fouled by Larsson, and Wemby will go to the line with 5 seconds remaining. What a first quarter by Jaquez and Jakucionis. Jakucionis only has played about 2.5 minutes in this quarter, but has forced 2 turnovers and has 2 assists. Love what I'm seeing from the Rook. Wembanyama misses the free throw, so the game will be at worst tied for Miami going into the second quarter. Wembanyama's second free throw good, so we're tied at 33 with 5 seconds. Jaquez gets it. 3, 2, 1. Gets it over to Johnson. I don't think he gets that shot off. It wouldn't have went in either way. So end of the first quarter, Heat and Spurs tied at 33. It's been a very fun first quarter here. Before we get to anointed super chats, I want to show some love to the Rook. Kasparas Jakucionis looking good early here in the first quarter. Type those 2 5s. Type those 2 5s. He's been a great start tonight, baby. Shout out Eric Harris. Apachito, 2 days info. I'm loving what I'm seeing from this second unit. Larsson, Jaquez, Kasparas Jakucionis. I mean, Keshad Johnson's been a nothing burger. I don't understand why he has a guaranteed contract. I'm not very high on Keshad Johnson long term. I'm not. I just am not. Sorry. Kel'el Ware hasn't been good early either. Missed easy left hook shot, 2 turnovers, does have 3 rebounds, but not impressed there. But I love what I've seen from Jaquez, and Larsson. That's for sure. That's for sure. Simply spamming those 2 5s. Let's do it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Super chat from Anointed. Shout out to Anointed, bringing it today, baby. $5. I was wondering if there is any still deals on the Miami Heat hoodie. Have a heart condition, couldn't afford it. Just trying to get some Heat gear. Well, Anointed, sorry to hear that, my friend. Hopefully everything's all good. We will do another pour of the Happy Dad into here. There should be some deals still. I'll take a look. I'll put it on the show sometime in the future, Anointed. Or, Anointed, do you follow me on Twitter? It could be easier if you do, where I can just DM you. Do you follow me on Twitter? If you don't, follow me at Nick_Roloff. You do? All right, Anointed, DM me right now and just say, yo, it's Anointed. If I don't follow you back, I'll follow you back and accept that message, and then I'll send you the link, my guy. I'll send you the link. I didn't mean, I don't know why that pushed there, but either way, appreciate you. And shout out to M Sports Review with the $5 super chat. I know it's just the preseason, but I love what I'm seeing from the Europeans and Triple J. Completely agree. Another 4. All right, we're back in second quarter action, I should say. Jaquez driving, stonewalled, so kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson drives, finds Jakucionis, baseline cut. He kicks it to Ware. Ware's going to have to fire a 3 at the end of the clock, and he buries it! Kel'el Ware with the bucket. Tough 3 there by the young man. That's what gives you so much excitement about his potential and future. And how about that 3rd assist of the evening for Jakucionis? And then Ware defensively contests that shot on the other end. Heat out and running. Jakucionis to the corner for Larsson. His 3 comes up a bit short. Offensive rebound, Keshad Johnson. He gets blocked by Wembanyama, gets it back, out to Ware, corner 3. Good again! Back-to-back 3s by Kel'el Ware. 39-33. And then the other end. Blocks Wembanyama! Heat out and running! Jakucionis to Jaquez for a slam! Timeout! San Antonio! What a effort from this second unit! Let's freaking go! The Spurs need another timeout! Spam those fireball emojis! I just tweeted it out. This youthful second unit for Miami has been fun. Oh my. Kel'el Ware with an excellent 1.5-minute stretch there. Buries 2 triples. Blocks Wembanyama. Forces a missed shot with a great weak side contest. And the Heat get out and running in transition. Jakucionis picks up his 4th assist of the evening. Dishing it to Jaquez Jr., who has just been awesome in this game so far. Off the bench, looking very solid. 8 points, 3 of 3 shooting. I mean, yeah, Jakucionis, 4 assists, 1 steal. Jakucionis is a plus 13 in this game so far. Jakucionis, or Anointed, I just saw there. Oh, I already did follow you. Sweet. I just saw that DM. I will, either tonight or tomorrow, I'll see if we have any of those links still for you, my man. But shout out to Apachito, No Cap, Zezis, Tyman, Pinecone, all spamming those fireball emojis. Let's go. Florida-born puppies, you're exactly right. This is what Spoelstra wanted to see from Ware. Impactful play. Not just stat padding, empty stats. No. Getting the Heat out in transition by having a couple blocks. A really good weak side contest. I mean, Jakucionis in his first 4 minutes of summer league or preseason action looked like a completely different player instead of the instead of the summer league. I mean, this team has been awesome so far. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, back in action here in the second quarter. Same lineup for Miami. Adam Flagler will bring it up. Keldon Johnson on the right elbow, 41-33. Wembanyama inside, doubled, kicks it around to Flagler. Flagler cut off by Ware. Back out to Wemby. Wembanyama gets downhill. That's a travel. What defense for Miami? Wembanyama left his feet, had nowhere to go with it. Lands with the ball in his hands, and that's a travel. Good contest there by Keshad Johnson on the weak side. Really good contest there. 8-0 run by Miami to open up this second quarter. Jakucionis with it. Gets it over to Ware at the top of the key. Those guys will play two-man. Pocket pass to Ware inside, who just throws it at the rim, but they're going to get a foul called on San Antonio, so Ware will go to the charity stripe for 2. So now Jakucionis has assisted 4 times, and now with an assist to Ware, where it won't count as an assist, but it gets him to the line for a couple of free throws. Heater 10 of 11 from the line today, but Ware misses that one. I've been impressed with Jakucionis in a major way here early in this first half. Ware makes the second free throw. If you have not already, please hit that thumbs up icon. Love the heat, like the video. We're trying to get to 100 likes. We're at 59 and 181 people watching. Let's get us to triple digits. Wembanyama in the corner, guarded by Ware, faces up, swings it out to Flagler, driving on Jakucionis. Yak blocks him! Rebound Ware! Heat out and running! Corner, Larsson, 3! No good. Man, that would have been electric. Rebound Wemby. But how about Jakucionis with a steal and a block in this first half? He's been great defensively, as well as 4 assists. Champagnie corner 3 is good. That gets the Spurs on the board here in the second quarter, ending a 9-0 run. Champagnie's 4 for 4 from 3 tonight. My goodness. Jaquez driving baseline, foul on Champagnie. That's his 3rd. I see Major Anthony Nelson in the building. What's up, Major? Saying Jakucionis looks like a top 10 pick. It's the preseason. We'll see how it goes in the regular season, but you see the flashes here early on why I had him on my big board as the 6th best player in this draft. Oh, you know what it was into our earlier conversation? I had Trey Johnson as my 4th overall player. Jeremiah Fears 5. Kasparas 6. That's the name that was eluding me. And then I had Ace Bailey 7. And then I think Con Kneppel 8. And I forget 9 or 10 at this point. But Major, I missed being live on the channel here, hanging out with people, watching Heat games as well. Heat ball, top of the key. Jaquez has it. Gets it back to Jakucionis. 5 on the shot clock. He's got to make something happen. Step back 3. Too strong there, but look at that look at the separation he was able to create on that between the legs back dribble. Just one simple dribble, but he created about 5 feet of separation to get off a relatively decent look at the end of the shot clock. Keshad Johnson gets bodied inside by Keldon Johnson. Bucket for San Antonio, 42-38. Jaquez driving, spinning, kicks it back around to Ware in the corner. Ware, jab step 3 over Wembanyama, no good. Larsson tries to grab the offensive rebound, cannot, and now here comes San Antonio. Keldon Johnson gets downhill, barrels into Larsson, where he will be called for a blocking foul, and 2 shots will be coming for San Antonio. You can argue that Keldon Johnson was the one who initiated the contact there, but it's the preseason. I doubt Eric Spoelstra will challenge. Keldon Johnson makes the first free throw. Appreciate it, Major. Appreciate it. That's a nice comment. I know we've kind of gone back and forth at times here on the channel, but that's really appreciative, man. I do. Jermaine says, I wanted them to draft Fears. I mean, listen, if we had a top 7 pick, I would have loved it. Fears was awesome. I love him. Had him slightly higher on my big board than Kasparas Jakucionis. But think about this. Fears was drafted at 7, or was it 6? I don't remember where the Pelicans drafted in the first round, or in the top 10. And then we got Kaz at 20. Speaking of Kaz, he drives, kicks to Ware. Ware comes up a bit short, gets his own rebound, and then puts back a poster slam and 1. Kel'el Ware. Great drive, great feed to Ware. Misses the initial attempt, but goes after the miss, taps it to himself, and puts home a hammer. 9 points for Ware tonight. And he converts the three-point play. He's got 10 on the evening. 45-40, Heat lead. Continue to hit that like button. We're at 65 now. Harrison Barnes back. He has it. Probing inside. Fouled. Are they calling that on Ware? They are. They're saying he reached in and hit Barnes' arm on the way up. Don't know if I agree with that. We did get a couple more super chats from my guy Anointed. Appreciate you, my friend. $2 saying just message 2 to support the channel. Man, you're a legend. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. First foul of the game on Ware. Ball doesn't lie. Harrison Barnes misses the free throw. Heat bringing 2 starters back into the ball game. Nikola Jovic and Andrew Wiggins check in. Keshad Johnson and Jaime Jaquez Jr. sub out. So we'll have Jakucionis, Jovic, Wiggins, Ware, and Larsson. That's a fun 5, man. That is an extremely fun 5. Barnes misses both free throws, and the rebound is Ware. I can't wait to see how Jakucionis and Jovic interact here. Larsson has it. Ware sets him a screen. Larsson loses the handle. Now he drives inside, lobbing to Ware for an alley-oop slam. 12 points for Kel'el Ware early in this game. Under 8 to play in this second quarter. Vassell guarded by Wiggins in the corner right now. Works around to Carter Bryant, now into Cornette. Kasparas Jakucionis guarding Keldon Johnson. Kicks to Vassell, corner for Barnes. His 3, good. Man, Spurs unconscious. Another 5 from Anointed. We'll read it off here in a second. 47-43 is the score. Wiggins at the top of the key to a curling Jovic. Jovic spinning inside, loses the handle, now backs down on Vassell. Taking his time here. Spins baseline, swings it to Ware with a great pass. Ware pump fakes, drives, and throws it down! What a first half by Kel'el Ware! What a feed by Jovic, the one-hand sling on the baseline looking like Nikola Jokic. Barnes driving Euro step, up and under, layup, no good. Rebound Cornette, and Jovic fouls him. Do you think Miami will make a trade this season, and what are our realistic targets? Good question, Anointed. I don't know if I can label one right now. We'll see. Do I think the Heat makes a trade this season? I do. Whether it's the Heat buying a player at the deadline or selling a player like a Wiggins, like a Powell if the season goes south. I do forecast Miami making a trade in some capacity this season. What will that trade be? I do not know. But whether it's trading a player away or adding a player, I do expect one. And it's a little too early to talk about targets. We have to see how the season progresses for most of these teams. What a first half for Kel'el Ware. We see the Heat starting lineup come back in. Bam, Dru Smith, and Powell. So the Heat starting 5 is in the lineup. And Cornette missed the first free throw. He misses the second, but they call Jovic on a lane violation. Unbelievable. Well, for that $5 super chat, we pour a little bit more into the fishbowl here. 300 subs away from 25K. Let's get there for Kasparas Jakucionis. If you haven't subscribed already, join the channel. We'll be live for as many Heat games as we can, but we bring you videos every single day. Wiggins drives, takes a bump, can't finish the floater. Spurs out and running in transition, but they'll slow it down. Good transition defense by Miami. Barnes working inside, kicks to the corner. Carter Bryant can't find a shot, drives to the free throw line, pulls up, can't find it. Jovic with the board, driving in transition. Jovic all the way to the glass. Can't finish, but ball gets batted out of bounds, and it will stay with Miami on the baseline. (49-44), Heat lead. 6 minutes to go in this first half. No, we went down a sub. What's up with that? Dru Smith inbounds it to Powell, running one-legged floater, no good. I think he rushed that a little bit. Had a chance to catch it and kind of set his feet, but rushed that shot and couldn't get it to go. Travel on the other end, so turnover on San Antonio. Tip ball in the backcourt. Dru Smith corrals it. Dru Smith driving, kicking. Adebayo, corner three. No good. Bam continuing to struggle with his shot right now. Hopefully he gets all the misses out before the season begins in 13 days. Barnes the other way. No good. Rebound, Bam. Here comes this tempo Miami likes to play with in the preseason. Adebayo, Euro stepping inside. Fouled, and Adebayo will go to the charity stripe for two. Bam has just done an excellent job drawing fouls. He's got to the line 2 times today. This will be his 3rd and 4th free throw attempt. He shot 4 free throws in his first half appearance on Monday, shot 8 free throws on Saturday. He has got to the line way more in this preseason than he did last year, which is another way Miami could generate easy points this year, something they desperately need to do. Now, with that being said, Bam does miss the first free throw. So he's 2 for 3 on the night. Make it 2 for 4. He misses the second one. 5-point lead for Miami. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Kornet gets it over to Keldon Johnson. He drives on Dru Smith. Up and under, they're going to call Dru Smith on a foul reaching in. So 2 free throws now coming for San Antonio. Hapachita says, what's up with Justin, the producer? Justin doesn't work at Chat Sports anymore. He actually left Chat Sports in April. Left Chat Sports in April. Yeah, I guess you guys wouldn't know. No, you would know that, right? The Heat played the playoffs. I don't remember now, actually. I don't remember in terms of when the Heat season ended to where he left. I don't know. Either way, free throws good here for San Antonio. 49-46 is the score. Adebayo loses the ball inside. Turnover. Spurs in transition. Euro step layup. Keldon Johnson, good. Keldon Johnson's looked good early here. Dru Smith brings it up. Swings it over to Wiggins. Wiggins working on Keldon Johnson. ISO ball. He'll turn it over. That pass just slipped out of his hands. Luckily, it goes out of bounds for Miami, so it's a dead ball turnover. First assist of the game for Wiggins. Inside goes Vassell, running floater, bank shot, no good. Rebound tipped around. It will stay with San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama back in the game, by the way. Champagnie trying to inbound, can't. Gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Over to Champagnie now. He drives on Powell, gets a step, but Powell strips it. That's off his knee. They're going to say it's staying with San Antonio. I mean, Spo should challenge this. This is clearly off of Champagnie's knee. I mean, without a question. No challenge. Kind of annoying. Vassell, floater. Great defense by Jovic. Air ball. Wiggins with the board. Pushing on the left side. Crossover. Travel. I mean, sloppy basketball from the Miami Heat starters in the last couple of minutes. We've seen 3 turnovers in the last minute for Miami. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. (49-48). 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Keldon Johnson swings it over to Harrison Barnes. 6 turnovers for Miami in the first half. They forced 9, though. foul will be called on Nikola Jovic, who grabbed Wembanyama while the ball was getting inputted into the low post. It will be 2 free throws coming for Wemby because the Spurs are in the bonus. Looks like a busy crowd in Miami today, which is always good to see, even in the preseason. Hope these Heat fans are ready to bring the energy this year. I know we don't have the star power we once did with Jimmy Butler, but got to be honest, I'm excited for the season. I am. Getting to see a lot of growth from Ware potentially, Jovic. Excited to see what Powell and Wiggins can bring to the table in a full season in Miami. Jakucionis will be fun to watch his development this season. Wembanyama missed the first free throw, makes the second, so we're tied up at 49. Jovic on the left wing, backing down, spinning baseline, swings it to Dru Smith. Wide open three. Good! I mean, you want to talk about what makes Jovic so special. That drive and one-handed skip pass to a wide open Dru Smith when the defense collapsed. That's what I talk about consistently, about the way he can create where the Heat need that. Turnover. Dru Smith forces it. 3-on-2. Adebayo trailing for the slam. Perfectly executed fast break. Miami takes advantage. Defense to offense. Back up 5. Wemby spitting on Jovic. Forces a turnover. Back-to-back great defensive plays by Miami. Jovic in transition. That's got to be a foul. What? Jovic looked to try to feed it to Bam. Gets hit. I thought he was fouled. No call. Ball goes out of bounds. Stays with Miami. But what a spin, turn, and pass by Jovic right to the shooter's pocket for Dru Smith. I don't know what just happened there, but the Heat, that was the weirdest thing ever. I mean, Dru Smith fumbles the ball out of bounds, picks it up, and then throws it out. What just happened? I don't know, but the Heat will inbound it once again. Three minutes to go in this first quarter. Dru Smith inbounds it to Powell, left wing. Finds Bam. Elbow jumper for Adebayo. No good. Shot continues to struggle. Spurs come the other way. It's Wembanyama at the top of the key. Jovic guarding Vassell. And will he be whistled for another foul? He will. Timeout on the floor. We're going to use this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor on today's show, which is Prize Picks. So stick with us as we return to action in just about a minute. This Heat Report stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football and basketball season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Bam Adebayo rebounds, points, and three-pointers made? Well, now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. I'm playing tonight for the Spurs Heat preseason game. I got less than on Bam, points, rebounds, assists. Just hasn't got going in the preseason. But I'll go with more than on Norman Powell, 12.5 points, who has been cooking. In less than on Victor Wembanyama, 13 points. Bam has always played well against him, and I don't think he plays that much in this game. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. Links in the live chat and description of the stream. Before we had that little timeout, Jovic called for a shooting foul, so San Antonio will be at the line when we return from action here. Heat up 5. I love what I'm seeing from Miami. They're playing fast-paced. They're playing team basketball. That second unit of Larsson, Jaquez, Jakucionis, Ware, Keshad Johnson has just been flat out sensational tonight in that early second quarter, late first quarter. So excited to see those guys continue to work here as we get probably into the second half. I would have to imagine Miami may run the starters until the end of the half here and then start the second half with that five that we just mentioned, those young guys. We'll ultimately see, though. We'll see. Just checking the MLB scores. So the Brewers ended up going down. Cubs held on to win 4-3, extend that series. Tigers won today to force a game or a winner-take-all, Game 5 on Friday. Nice. Blue Jays up 2-1 on the Yankees. Be a real shame if the Yankees lost today. Be a real shame. All right, we're about to return to action here in the 305. Heat up 54-49. Heat starter still in there. So I think my presumption is going to be accurate in terms of starters finishing this game or first half, and then we'll probably see them be done, and we'll see that young second unit and reserves in the second half. Maybe we'll be treated, and we'll get to see the starters play into the third quarter for the first time this preseason. That would be quite the trait, but I doubt Eric Spoelstra will ultimately do that. Vassell makes the first free throw there, 54-50. Apachito says, go Yankees. I don't know about that one, my friend. I can't get on that bandwagon. Can't get on that train. Vassell makes both free throws, so back to a three-point game. Both teams have gotten to the line. Spurs 9 of 14, Heat 12 of 16. Dru Smith gets a screen from Adebayo at the top of the key. Swings it to Bam. Bam looking to get it to Powell. Good defense by the Spurs. Reject that. Now Bam goes ISO on Wemby. Can't hit the running mid-range jumper. Rebound Keldon Johnson. He'll push. He has 13 points in this first half. Vassell gets it off the switch. Jovic been in foul trouble defending. Good defense there. Forces a kick out. Flagler buries a triple, though. The Spurs are shooting 50% from beyond the arc. It's the difference in this one. Been able to knock down threes at will. Wiggins drives, fouled by Vassell, and Wiggins is going to go to the line. Both teams get into that charity stripe at ease. 184 people watching in this preseason action. Appreciate everybody taking time of their Wednesday evening. We got to get to 100 likes, though, before halftime. Can we get there? 22 likes away. I know there are 22 people out there that haven't liked the video. Math is math in there. So let's get to 100 likes before halftime. We got 2 minutes and 3 seconds to get there. 18 away now. Come on. Wiggins missed the first free throw. Makes the second. Mr. Cullen's in the building. What's up? Yes, sir. Haven't produced anything in a long time. So back, like riding a bike, Cullen. Riding a bike. Devin Vassell, rainbow pull-up mid-range is good. So he's got 6 points, and it puts San Antonio back up in front. Powell gets a screen from Adebayo. Powell works, finds Dru Smith on the baseline, kicks it to Adebayo for a mid-range jumper, and boy, man, he is just absolutely struggling out there. It's an ugly watch, if we'll be honest. Wembanyama trailing, kicks it around to the Flagler in the right wing, no good. How is that the Spurs ball? Goes out of bounds. Wembanyama clearly goes over the back of Adebayo and tips it out of bounds, but they're going to stick it with the Spurs. 10 likes away from 100. Come on, hit that like button. Vassell curling baseline jumper. He's starting to catch fire a little bit here. Back-to-back buckets. Spurs up 3. Wiggins leading the offense the other way. Gets cut off. Now retries. Drives. Takes a bump. Blocked by Wemby on the weak side. What a rejection by the third-year big. Wemby now kicks it to the trailing Barnes. He'll light up a right wing 3. Too strong, but no one inside to rebound. Offensive board San Antonio in a putback layup. Lazy basketball from Miami. Quickly the other way comes the Heat. Powell 3. No. Had a good look at it. Spurs now in transition. Wemby. I thought he traveled. I mean, what lazy basketball by Miami not to get back defensively here. What are we doing? The Heat starters just absolutely mailing it in. Nah, I'm all good. Thanks, man. I don't know. I mean, I just don't like to see that. Embarrassing effort. I know it's the preseason. I don't care. It's just ridiculous. Flagler misses the free throw. 37 seconds remain until halftime. We're 5 likes away from 100. Come on. Let's get to 100 likes. We got 37 seconds to do it. We got 37 seconds to get there. Come on. Hit that like button, folks. Flagler makes the second free throw. 61-55. Heat could go 2 for 1 here if they work quickly. Powell driving inside. Scoop layup. Good. Good job there to end the Spurs 12-1 run. Powell, 9 points in this first half. He struggled with a shot, 2 of 7, but it's 5-5 at the line. 2 likes away. We got 20 seconds. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to triple digits. Wembanyama to Barnes. 5 on the shot clock. They repost Wemby. Wembanyama's going to have to make something happen quick. Driving on Jovic. Fading away. Excellent defense by Jovic. Rebound, bam. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Jovic drops it. And it will be a turnover to end the first half. Where did we get in the like number at least? Did we get to 100? We did! We got the triple digit likes. Respect. 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 All right, so that is halftime in the 3:05. Heat trails 61-57. Great the Heat's performance so far. A, B, C, D, or F? A, B, C, D, or F? How you feeling about that first half, folks? It's going to change that to our live pin poll as well. We'll go A, B, C, D / F. Tell you what, the second unit looked a hell of a lot better than the starters tonight. Vid Bully says B. Mo Motivation says B+. Major Anthony Nelson C+. MC C+. Simply East C+. Danny Man says B. I'll go B-. A+ from the bench. I'll go C by the starters. Kind of how I feel on the matter. Stick with me as I'm going to eat my dinner since I wasn't able to eat dinner before the stream. Busy getting content out for you guys, man. What'd y'all eat? What are y'all eating today? What y'all have for dinner tonight? I got a little 3rd-pound burger. I made 3 third-pound burgers last night. Meal prepped them. Also brought in some blueberries and raspberries and some Trader Joe's frozen butternut squash mac and cheese. Just absolutely terrific. Ready for this? Come on, can we get it? Oh, I mean, look at this stuff here, baby. I mean, you want to talk about new graphics coming to play. Look how easy it is to show the stats in the first half, too. I mean, shout out to Brett. I mean, we got a lot of new things here rocking here at the channel. We went back into the lab, created some updates, scoreboard stats, play-by-play, all being updated on the fly. I mean, look, I don't know where his headshot just went. That one was weird. Didn't understand that. But Norman Powell, 9 points, 2 of 1 assist to turnover ratio. Struggled with a shot, but had a nice game. All right, interesting here. I'll say that. I'm gonna stop that. 1 second here. Bam! Tough game, man. 4 points, 4 boards. Now, why is this not showing? Why is that ... Huh? Is that ... because it's not expanded enough? We're still working out some of the kinks. Yeah. That'll do it. There it is. Let's see here. It says these are NBA. Will do. Yeah, okay. He just told Brett Lewis just messaged me and said I need to expand the box for the shooting stats, which is why we now have that there. So bam, 1 of 7 from the field. That's ugly. It's not great right there, Jim. Wiggins, 3 of 8, 8 points. Not bad. Jovic, I think, struggled a little bit in this one, but you see the impact he has, man. Not the most stat-filled first half for Nikola, but 3 points, 2 assists, 3 boards. Stuffs the stat sheet. Jaquez was phenomenal in this one, man. He was. I mean, simply put, was awesome. Was awesome in this first half. 8 points, no turnovers, 3 of 3 from the field. Great stuff from him. Dru Smith played extremely well in this one. Couple threes. It was great to watch Dru Smith work. He's been awesome. Kasparas Jakucionis, the Rook. Only took 1 shot, step back 3, but 4 assists, no turnovers, a steal and a block. Great first half from Kaz, man. Great first half from Kaz. But Kel'el Ware was the star of the show. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block on Wembanyama, 5 of 8 from the field, including a pair of threes. Poster dunk. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Love to see it. Got some Diet Dr. Pepper, too. Could never go wrong with a diet soda, folks. Excuse me. Can never go wrong with a Diet Dr. Soda. I'll say that, baby. What a first half by Kel'el Ware, though, man. You said Coke Zero is my addiction. Well, we don't want anyone to be addicted to it. But listen, if you like soda, which I do, or love soda, but I don't want to gain 1,000 pounds. And I know people will say it's not the same, and some people say the artificial stuff is even worse. I'll disagree with you on that one because there's nothing that proves that the artificial stuff is worse than the natural stuff, other than the fact that you can not put on 1,000 pounds by having the unnecessary added sugar and calories in your diet. That's just me, though. That's just me, though. But if you are just joining us during halftime here, Super Chat menu, appreciate Anointed and I want to get the name right here, so give me a second. Anointed and M Sports Review for all the love today. Every $5, we pour a little bit of Happy Dad into a fishbowl we have here, and at the end of the stream, we'll chug the fishbowl. $10, 10 push-ups. Haven't had to do any push-ups today. And then $20, we take some shots. Checking on the score of that MLB game here. We got 2 MLB games tonight. How about that? We're in the mid-6. Blue Jays 2. Yankees 1. Top of the order coming up for the Yanks here in the bottom of the 6th. Blue Jays scored in the first inning again. My God. A Guerrero single. He's just been killing him. How about Ryan McMahon going yard? Wow. Wow. Dennis said he worked at Taco Bell. How about that, folks? Oh, Taco Bell action. Kind of agree, Pine Bone. Every time we've seen Kel'el Ware and Wemby play each other, which I believe this is only the second time, though, he's played well. He's played great. So not often but when it happens, he's been great. Yeah. I will say that's the crazy thing about some of these fast food places nowadays. Half the food is just like made at a lab and they ship them out and they just like reheat it. Like, I don't even want to know the packages that the meat at like Taco Bell is shipped in and stored in. I mean, it just is probably absolutely disgusting. Don't want to know. It's also why I don't really eat there anymore. Not that I really ever did. A couple times in college, but I was never like a Taco Bell guy. If I was going to eat fast food, I'm a Chick-fil-A guy. McDonald's, Wendy's. That's my type of stuff, man. Well, I'm from New York, too, so didn't really have that. I know you can't really consider Taco Bell Mexican food because it is, in theory, quesadillas, the gordita crunches and the tacos. In theory, it is, but we know it's not real Mexican food. So, but in New York, I was never into that type of stuff. Certainly eat a lot more Mexican food now. That's for sure. That's for sure. Living in Dallas, Texas, that'll do it to you, baby. I rock with the enchiladas. Enchiladas are awesome. Game Master says Rolly do a chat sports meet and greet. Hey, if I'm ever in Miami, I'd love to do one. I don't know when that would happen, but maybe if I ever take a trip to Miami, I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know. Another super chat coming in from Anointed. Get that on screen here in a second. One second. I'll tell you what, though. You guys like Trader Joe's stuff and have Trader Joe's in your area. No free sponsors, but my goodness, are they just terrific. They've got great fresh produce, great protein selection, and some of their frozen stuff is downright unbelievable. I mean, this butternut squash mac and cheese, hello. The butternut squash risotto they have, hello. And then you want to talk about unbelievable. Their sweet potato frozen gnocchis with butter and sage. I mean, oh my goodness. I could eat it every day. $5 super chat from my guy Anointed. Shout out to you. Where in my New York, my guy from Connecticut, always taking the train to New York? Well, say this a little misleading. I am from New York, but I'm not from New York, New York. I was born and raised for the first 18 years. I guess you could say 21 years of my life, if you don't count the college, in Rochester, New York. So Western New York, 90 minutes east of Buffalo, right near the border of Canada, about 90 minutes into the border. So I'm from Rochester, New York. I went to school at St. Bonaventure, right on the border of New York and Pennsylvania. And then once I graduated college, I got this job here at Chat Sports as a producer at first. Right away, first couple months out of college, moved here in the fall of 2022, and the rest is history. I've worked on many different channels here in many different roles, but now full-time host, Dolphins Today, Heat Report, baby. And do a bunch of stuff on our main Chat Sports channel. It's been an awesome 3+ years here. My third year was completed. September 1st marked the completion of my third year. So I'm in year number 4. All right, 2020 to 23, 23 to 24, 24 to 25. Now this is 25 to 26. Yep. How about that, folks? All right, almost about to get back in action here in the second half. Gotta finish my food first. We'll see how much the starters play, if at all, in the second half. They played like shit at the end of the first half. New York's been awesome, man. I don't like the weather, but it's certainly a good time in the summer and the fall. And then the winters. I can't do the winters. Glad to be in Dallas. Also, here's the pour for Anointed's last 5. Game as says, Rolly, best year of Heat basketball when I worked here. Well, it'd be year 1. I mean, I didn't host the channel. We didn't host, but I was working here the year the Heat were the 8th seed and then made the finals. We actually did a couple streams in the playoffs. That was when this channel started. Oh, wow, the Heat starters are going to play the beginning of this third quarter. And the game starts, or I should say second half starts, with Bam Adebayo missing a driving layup on Victor Wembanyama. Bam is 1 of 8 from the field. Been brutal. Wembanyama driving right now. I'll say this. No Dru Smith to start the second half. Jaquez in that starting role. Bam turns it over. Jesus, dude. Bam has been horrible tonight. Like, actually terrible. Four-point game. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. So, yeah, Jaquez starting in place of Dru Smith, and Wembanyama just spins baseline and dunks with Jaquez guarding him in the low block. Can't leave Jaquez defending Wemby on the low block, that's for sure. That is for sure. And then Jovic turns it over. Vassell with the running dunk, and Eric Spoelstra is going to call an early timeout. And how can you blame him? Starters look like shit at the end of the second half or quarter, and they start the third quarter, and they look like shit here. Terrible. 65-57. Terrible, man. No, it's not terrible, these berries. Like I meant aforementioned Trader Joe's. Bam Adebayo has been really bad tonight. And they've been sloppy. They've been sloppy. Heat starters have been sloppy. And that's the story. Sloppy basketball. Hopefully they get their head out of their asses. It's the only hope. Gotta have more fruit in your diet, man. Had my burger, mac and cheese, and then finish off with fruit. Another super chat from my guy Anointed. Get that on screen here in a second. Before we resume action. Here it is. Got to head out. But as always, much love for channel, Heat Nation. Love family. God bless. Hey, man. Anointed, it's been a blast. Appreciate you supporting the channel. I'll DM you. Here's your last pour. Over the next couple of days with a couple of different links we have to see if there's any still sales going on. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good rest of your night, and hopefully see you in the future. Heat Nation, baby, let's go. All right. Let's hope these starters fucking start playing good. Sarf's wearing. Try not to. It's hard for me not to. The F word is unfortunately just part of my vocabulary. Good thing? Probably not, but it is. Can't control it, man. What's y'all favorite fruit? I've become a blueberry guy recently. Is it my favorite? No, but enjoy them. All right, here we go back. 65-57. Bam in the pick and roll. Kicks it out to Jaquez. Now to Wiggins baseline. Wiggins spin, fade away, deep, mid-range shot. It's a bad shot selection. Another bad possession for the Heat starters offensively. Wembanyama trailing, gets it. Bam defending. Wemby really hasn't done much offensively tonight. Good defense by Miami. He drives, kicks. Champagnie, who buries another three. He is 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. Norman Powell with a pull-up, try to answer. Cannot. Heat down 11. Wembanyama at the top of the key. Gets it over to Vassell. Drops in. Wembanyama barrels into Jovic, who draws the charge. Attaboy, Nico. Listen, the offense has been rough for the Heat in this second half at the beginning. But love the effort there. Love it. Love it. Who you got in this game as the second half gets underway? MIA or SAS? Also say this. We're going live for one preseason game this year due to the scheduling conflicts. We picked a good one to go live for. Heat starters playing into the third quarter. Don't see that often in the preseason. Thank you, Eric Spoelstra. Powell pick and roll with Bam. Drives, pump fake up and under. Just took Wemby to school and banked it home. Impressive bucket there for the veteran. He's in the double figures with 11 points. Heat back down 9. They're challenging Jovic to guard Wemby. Wemby gets it baseline and drops it off to Keldon Johnson. Powell does an excellent job rotating down and knocking the ball out of bounds. Great defense there by Miami. How about Powell? A little bump in the chest of Wemby, staggering him, giving him enough opportunity and time to bank it home. Love that. Wembanyama doubled, kicks out to Vassell. Brook. What did I just say? Brook? I meant to say Breck. Offensive rebound to San Antonio, and foul called on Miami, so free throws coming. Brook. Sometimes I just wonder what goes on in my head. Look at Powell coaching up this team a little bit, saying use your head, play smarter after that little postseason meeting. I love it. First free throw made by Barnes, 10-point game. Makes the second. Heat quickly the other way. Powell again gets inside. Bank shot doesn't go. Ball goes out of bounds. That looked like to be off San Antonio. They're going to say it's off Powell, though. And it'll be Spurs ball. Vassell now the other way. Jaquez picks him up defensively. Swings it over to Wemby. Wemby driving, spinning, doubled, kicks it out to Vassell. Vassell gets it over to Wemby. 5 on the shot clock. Sees 2 bodies. Kicks it to Vassell. Vassell contested 3. Air ball. Rebound Powell right before the shot clock expired, so no stoppage. Heat out and running. Powell driving inside to the rim for an easy layup. You leveraging that 3-point ability into a drive to the rim. 13 points for Powell. Wembanyama drives baseline. Cut off by Bam. What defense? Over to Champagnie for a 3. He finally misses, but Jovic gets beat backdoor on the rebound. Put back San Antonio. Jovic has not done a good job rebounding today. Something Spoelstra has been telling him he needs to be better at. Jovic curling inside. Can't get the running floater to go. Rebound to San Antonio. Wembanyama thought about a 3. Now to Barnes. Jovic gets beat. Kicks out to Johnson. Corner 3. No. Another. Oh, Powell was able to get to that board before Barnes did. I thought it was going to be another offensive rebound for the Spurs. Bam, top of the key. Driving on Wemby. Fades away from 8 feet. And he finally gets a jumper to go over the outstretched arms of Wembanyama. Bam with 6 points. Excuse me. Keshad Johnson set to check in here in a second. Vassell kicking Wembanyama. Right wing 3. No good. Rebound Powell. He'll drive. In transition, cut off and resets the offense out to Jaquez. Swung to Wiggins. Quick 3. Too strong there. Bam almost gets a steal in the backcourt, but Vassell picks the loose ball up. Drives, kicks. It's a Champagnie. Corner 3. No, he drops it inside the Vassell for a dunk. And boy, the Spurs are just playing good, smart basketball. Vassell with 12 points in the ballgame. Powell on the right wing. Driving. Stepped out of bounds. Once again, what has been the word of the day so far, folks? Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Has not been a good performance so far for the Heat starters. Got off to a decent start, but end of the second quarter, early third quarter has not been pretty. Some substitutions here for Miami. Keshad Johnson and Pelle Larsson check in for Jovic and Wiggins. Easy basket inside by Keldon Johnson. I mean, this defense has been bad. Are they tired? What's going on here? This is just lackluster. Powell drive, gets it to Johnson, back out to Powell, swung to Bam, deep 3, good! Adebayo drills a triple. So that's back-to-back buckets for Bam. He's up to 9 points on the evening. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Still looking to get that 3-point shot rolling. Flagler at the top of the key gets a screen from Wemby. Now lobs it to Wemby. What a reverse slam from the big man. 10 points for Wembanyama now. Jaquez tries to throw it inside the Larsson, and there's a foul whistle that will be on San Antonio. Larsson gets to a curling Powell. Powell swings at the Johnson. Johnson drives inside. Fouled on the way up. So Keshad Johnson earning a trip to the charity stripe. Keshad Johnson knocks in the free throw here, 78-67. Heat 14 of 20 from the line. Now they put on a little bit of a press here. Ooh, thought Keldon Johnson may have stepped on the half-court line. It's not whistled. Swung to Champagnie, corner three, and he's finally missing shots. But the Heat have just struggled to get rebounds today. Another offensive rebound by the Spurs. Substitutions for the Heat. Kel'el Ware into the game. Adebayo takes a seat. Kasparas Jakucionis back into the game. Jaquez out as well. Adam Flagler working on Larsson. Kick to Champagnie. Champagnie swings to Bryant. Contested three. Air ball. Rebound by Ware. Good box out. Jakucionis on the outlet. Pushing the pace. Finds a trailing Ware, and it's swung to Powell. Two-man game with those two. Powell running, big shot. Good! Powell, just so ignitable. He can score in every facet, man. Off the catch, off the dribble. Good float game. I'm excited to watch Norman Powell this year. A ton. I mean, Jakucionis has impressed me defensively, man. He has just been awesome tonight. Barnes, curling three. No good. Rebound Larsson. Heat out and running in transition. Ware rim running. Larsson missed him. Fouling Powell, trailing. Rattles home a three. Norman Powell balling out here in the 305. Making his presence known. Norman Powell has been awesome tonight. Spam those 2 4s for Norman Powell. Norman Powell's been terrific today, man. Just absolutely awesome. He's such a calming presence offensively, veteran mindset. It's been a great watch. We'll give some shout-outs here in a second, but we got to show some love to our sponsor on today's show. This Heat Report stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football and basketball season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Bam Adebayo rebounds, points, and three-pointers made? Well, now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on PrizePicks. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks won't count it as a loss. I'm playing tonight for the Spurs Heat preseason game. I got less than on Bam, points, rebounds, assists. Just hasn't got going in the preseason. But I'll go with more than on Norman Powell, 12.5 points, who has been cooking. In less than on Victor Wembanyama, 13 points. Bam has always played well against him, and I don't think he plays that much in this game. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be. I mean, look at Norman Powell just making plays, man. Look at Norman Powell making plays. Told you to span those 2 4s. Powell with 18 in the ball game, and he had what did he have? 9 points at the half, so he has 9 points in the third quarter. He's just been able to generate easy looks for this Heat team. And with Tyler Herro out, man, he's going to be called on to actually probably be this team's leading scorer. Like, he's just, without a question, the most offensively gifted player on this Heat team when Tyler Herro isn't active. Is he the best player on the team? No. But he's certainly the most offensively gifted. It's been a fun watch, man. Hopefully this continues throughout the season. All right, down to a 6-point game. Heat putting on a little bit of press, and they turn him over. Larsson with a steal. Heat will set up their offense. Powell attacking. Finds a cut in Keshad. I mean, he turns it over. That's a turnover on Powell. Powell should just went with the floater. He, a little too unselfish there. I like that he's an unselfish scorer, but that time you're feeling it. You got to step. Hit that floater, man. But an offensive foul, Lindy Waters going the other way. Pelle Larsson has just been awesome defensively. That's his third turnover forced. Just had the steal after the press. He drew a charge, and now he gets that illegal screen. Or that's a charge. He got an illegal screen earlier. Look at Larsson work, man. Jakucionis bring it up, guarded by Flagler. Now gets bumped by Lindy Waters, and that will be a foul on San Antonio. So he get the ball side out. Jakucionis working his way back from that wrist sprain. There is black tape on his left hand, but clearly good enough to play today after missing the first 2 preseason games. And it's been a privilege to watch him in his first action in a Heat uniform for real and not Summer League. Good bounce pass to Powell, curling inside, and he turns it over once again. Could have easily had a floater, tried to throw a lob to Ware, and it was deflected by Luke Kornet. Powell, I love your unselfishness, man. That's 2 plays in a row, though. You had an easy 6-foot floater, and you passed it up to try to make a play for a teammate. Hey, man, you're cooking. Put it in the basket for me. Like, I'm never going to get mad by a too unselfish play in the preseason, but I just want him to know when we get to the regular season, brother, you better be making those shots and taking those shots. Carter Bryant at the free throw line makes the first. Foul was on Jakucionis reaching in, but good foul, stopping the fast break. Forcing him to earn 2 at the charity stripe. Carter Bryant misses the second. Good box out by Ware. Gets the rebound. Outlets it to Powell, who stays in this game. Powell working with the second unit. Driving. Fouled in the act of shooting. No, they say on the floor. So it'll be side out for Miami. It's now the 9th rebound of the game for Ware. He has got 14 points and 9 boards. He's been much better tonight in comparison to the 2 preseason games on Saturday and Monday. Jakucionis finds a curling Powell. Now back to Yak. Guarded by Carter Bryant. Drives left. Has a step. Turns. Lobbing to Ware. Oh, what a feed! And Ware puts it home. How did Jakucionis find the avenue to get that pass off? Oh, my. Luke Kornet now the other way. Loses the ball. Out to Waters. Corner 3 for San Antonio. No good. Luke Kornet tips it up and in for the offensive putback. Powell now the other way. Gets it to Johnson. Keshad drives. Drop off to Ware. Kick out Jakucionis. Reset. Corner 3. Good! Jakucionis on the board with a triple. 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Now defending. Good defense. Forces a miss. Kornet tip shot up and in. Loose ball out of bounds will stay with Miami. What a sidestep 3-pointer by Jakucionis, man. 83-77. Jakucionis with 3 points, 5 assists in this ball game. He has been phenomenal. Now being guarded by the Spurs' best player on the floor, Carter Bryant. Garcia with a pull-up 3, no, but there was an illegal screen prior. Norman Powell subs out, Myron Gardner in. He's currently on a 2-way contract, so tells you that the starters' days are done. We'll get to see this young second unit work for a while, maybe some third stringers as well. Luke Kornet picks up a foul reaching in on Kel'el Ware. It's his third. It's also going to send Miami to the line and put Miami into the bonus. Oh, the foul actually came beforehand. Jakucionis is going to go to the line. So first free throws for the Rook. Makes the first. He's now got 4 points on the evening. We're starting to see some bench players for each team check in now. I don't think we'll be seeing any starters for the rest of the game. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be honest. I just don't know the third string players in San Antonio. I know I'm in Miami, but who the hell is 47 on the Spurs, 27 on the Spurs right now? Never seen it before. Yak makes both. Well, you see it, Riley Minix. Yak makes both free throws, pulls Miami within 4. It's a 13-5 run for the Heat. Jones Garcia driving inside, no good. Offensive rebound, Kornet out to Minix for 3. No. Rebound tapped out. Pick out by Johnson to Jakucionis to the corner for Gardner. Gardner back to Jakucionis to the rim. Blocked from behind by Luke Kornet. Carter Bryant now up in transition. Loses the handle. Picked up by Miami. Larsson to the rim. Can't finish, but a foul is called on Lindy Waters, and Pelle Larsson will go to the line. Frenetic pace back and forth after some turnovers, but Larsson will have a chance to draw within 2 with a couple free throws. Yeah, Jakucionis just was not aware of Kornet coming from behind there. Larsson goes in and out on his free throw attempt there. Makes the second, 83-80, minute 15 to go in this third quarter. Larsson with 4 points on the evening. Jakucionis defending Jones Garcia, swings it to Minix, who drives, stops, swings it, but Ware tips it out of bounds. Good defense by Ware. After the criticism from Coach Eric Spoelstra and the public media eye, Ware has certainly rebounded nicely with a strong performance of effort and impact, which is why I think Spo says that so often, because it's like we all know what Ware is capable of, so when we don't get his full effort every game and impact, it's disheartening, and Coach Spo is just trying to get that from him. Corner 3, Jones Garcia, no. Kornet tips it up, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, the ball goes, and it's going back to Miami. Excellent defensive rotations by Jakucionis and the crew. Jakucionis has been absolutely awesome today. His passing and his defense has stood out to me a ton. Keshad Johnson swinging the ball. It's tipped, stolen away. Turnover again by Miami. Carter Bryant out and running. 30 seconds to go in this quarter. They don't go 2 for 1, so Heat, if they can get the defensive rebound, will hold the last shot of this quarter. Waters for 3, buries it, putting San Antonio up 6. Shot clock turned off with 18 seconds to go. Myron Gardner has it on the right wing. Defended by Minix. Gardner crosses over, drives to Larsson, left wing 3. Air ball comes up short. Rebound San Antonio. That will end the quarter and will enter the fourth quarter with an 86-80 ball game. San Antonio leads. And if you've been with the channel in the past, you know what to expect. It's fourth quarter time. Spam those 4s. Give some shout outs in the chat as we do approach the final 12 minutes of this game. Shout out to Melvin, to Dennis Lopez. You want to shout out in the stream? Spam those 4s. Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Pinecone. Shout out to Vid Bully. What's up, Kane Angel? Good to see you, my friend. Shout out Ty Man the Buckeye. Spam those fours. It's fourth quarter time. I need to see more fours up there. Put the paws in the air, man. Pose up. Get the pose up. Get the pose up. Yeah, Kane, I always salute you. I don't know how you stay up and watch these games sometimes, man. Shout out to James, Vid Bully, Mo, Ty Man. I salute you and appreciate you. I just don't know how you do it. Melvin saying, let's go Heat. Monty's in the building. Pinecone. We got 12 more minutes of play left. Let's roll, baby. Cal, it's good to see you, my friend. Yami, good to see you. It's good to see some of the familiar faces that we've seen in past seasons here. It's going to be our third season doing watch parties, right? Or is it second? Third, right? 2023-24 season. In last year. Yeah, third season. Because we started the channel. No, wait a minute. Is this our second or third season doing watch parties? Yo, I legit can't remember. That's bad. No, this is our third. This is our third. Pigeon Base. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Heat starting this fourth quarter with a little bit of press. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is into the game. It's Ware, Gardner, Jaquez, Jakucionis, and Larsson. Or, excuse me, Johnson. So no Larsson. Yeah, it's our third for sure. Third year doing watch parties for sure. Because we did 2 straight years where we made the play-in and had to play the Bulls in a preseason. Yeah. My mental insanity. Lindy Waters buries a triple. Really good set there out of the break for the San Antonio Spurs. Jaquez driving baseline, throws it. Kickball on San Antonio. Kane Angel, if you live in England, why are you just a Miami guy through and through? May I ask why, Kane? Like, it's not a bad thing. I just don't understand how you're a Miami guy through and through. And in England. Respect it, though. Jakucionis driving, pocket pass to Ware. Ware spinning right hook shot. Good. Excellent two-man game from the last 2 first-round picks in Miami. Ware now with 18 points. He's been great. Jones Garcia, the lefty, igniting scorer, crossing up, driving in, right-handed layup, banks it home over the outstretched arms of Myron Gardner. 9-point game, Jakucionis on the left side, driving, behind the back dribble, kicking it out to Jaquez. Now to Ware, quick release, catch and shoot 3. Oh, he's feeling it! And then a foul is called as well, off of the ball on San Antonio. So free throws coming for Miami due to an off-ball rebound. But how about the quick release from Kel'el Ware? No hesitation. Bottoms his 3rd triple of the evening. I mean, this guy's been awesome tonight, folks. Jakucionis will be the one shooting the and one free throw. He went 2 of 2 at the line just a moment ago. And he makes that one. So Jakucionis now with 6 points in the ball game. 21 points for Kel'el Ware. Dominating backups like the coaches in Miami would expect him and want him to. Jones Garcia pump fakes, driving, cut off. Out to Lindy Waters, another 3. Good. Back to an 8-point game. Jakucionis crosses the timeline, throws it back to Ware. Ware driving on Biyombo, and gets the lefty layup. Ware showing the full arsenal right now. Another assist for Jakucionis. Ware up to 23 points. Jones Garcia pull up 3. No. Jaquez with the board. Heat looking to cut in the 6-point deficit. Free throw line jumper, Jaquez. Good! 4-point game. This Heat second unit balling out again. 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting for Triple J. Worked around the perimeter. Lindy Waters has it. Back out to Jones Garcia. Working on Gardner. 4 on the shot clock. Drives, bumps, running layup. Good, plus a foul. Tough bucket there by David Jones Garcia. Our stat sheet's saying 95. The score over there is 96. Now 97 with the free throw. I don't know who's right here. I feel like our system might be right. Jaquez driving inside, fouled going up. So Triple J going to go to the line for 2. As the Heat trail right now by 6. I'm going to say ours is right. So 96-90. Harrison Ingram called for the foul, former second-round pick out of North Carolina. Jaquez makes the free throw. Anyone know where Harrison Ingram went to college before he transferred to North Carolina? I do. I'm just curious if anyone else does. Fun trivia. Can anyone guess the school that Harrison Ingram attended before he transferred to North Carolina? Jaquez buries both free throws, so Heat down by 5, as our score did update to 97, by the way. 12 points for Triple J tonight. Bismack Biyombo in the game. Man, the veteran still grinding it out late in the preseason. David Jones Garcia traveled with it. Turnover. Heat getting the ball back. Jakucionis brings the ball up, gets a step inside, drops it off to Ware. What a feed! And another dunk for Ware. Timeout, San Antonio. Heat forcing the Spurs to call a TO. Spam those fireball emojis. What a feed. I just tweeted this out. I can't be more complimentary of Kasparas Jakucionis' passing tonight. Looks like a completely different player than in Summer League. The way this kid has been able to find his teammates, he has been sensational. Spam those fireball emojis. Let's take a look at Kasparas Jakucionis' stats on the evening. 6 points, 8 assists, 0 turnovers. And is 3 of 3 at the charity stripe. If you wonder why I made that face, I accidentally just punched my desk and it hurt like hell. Jakucionis, that is just playmaking at its finest, folks. Playmaking at its finest. Let's give some shout-outs here. Kane Angel, Melvin, Yami, Mo, Tyman, Dennis. It's getting hot in here. Razor's in the building. Good to see you. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Spam those fireball emojis. Love seeing the chat on fire, man. Love it. Oh, man. Kaz has looked awesome. He has looked awesome. Kel'el Ware is dominating tonight's game, but, like, I got to be honest. We know Ware is capable of this. So this doesn't surprise me that when he applies himself maximum effort, he's able to really put this type of performance on display against backups in San Antonio. But the part that's the most surprising and the part that I want to take away the most is Jakucionis, because this guy looks like a guy that might be able to impact this Heat team in real basketball. I mean, we'll see. Maybe overreacting, but I love what I'm seeing, especially defensively. He's been good on that end, which that was a question mark coming in, but he's been good. He competes. He's in the right spot, makes the right rotations. All right, we're back in action. Harrison Ingram cut off, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Spurs. Out of the timeout, a superb defensive possession. Jaquez crosses the timeline, trailing by 3, 8.5 minutes to go. Jaquez working pick and roll with Ware. Throws it away. It's a bad lob by Jaquez Jr. Spurs running out in transition. Nothing really coming right now for them. They turn it over. Jakucionis in transition loses it, though, and that's going to be an unfortunate turnover, I think, on Jakucionis. I don't think he deserves to have one there because he never really got full possession. We'll see how they tell it. Oh, that turnover. Oh, yeah, who are they going to give it to? Jaquez got the steal, but then what goes behind his back, and it goes right to Jakucionis, who catches it, puts the ball on the deck, and then gets it knocked out of bounds off his foot, off his side. They're going to give that turnover to Jakucionis. That's an unfortunate one. Tell you what, they're going to say that it's a turnover on the stat sheet. Rolly Stats says no turnover. Foul on Miami. Both teams shooting about 48% from the field in this one. Spurs leading by 3 with 8 minutes to go. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. Over 200 people watching. Join the channel as we make the push to 25K subscribers. Bucket inside San Antonio, but then the refs just teed up a Spur. Harrison Ingram, I think, got the basket. Must have talked some rah-rah because he got teed up, so the Heat are going to get a free throw in the ball here, trailing by 5. I don't know where the technical comes from. That's an oddity to me, folks. I don't get it. But Jaquez makes the technical free throw. Down by 4 is Miami with the ball. Jaquez brings it up, guarded by Ingram. You'd hope Jaquez can dominate down the stretch here, playing against guys that aren't really key rotation dudes for the Spurs. Jaquez working on the first-round pick, Carter Bryant. Kicks out to Jakucionis. Catch and shoot 3. In and out it goes, but it was a good look. Offensive rebound, almost grabbed. San Antonio's got it, though. Here comes the Spurs. To the rack. Layup missed. Ware with the board. Outlet to Johnson. Now Jaquez. Ware trailing. Right wing. Driving, spinning, cut off. Fadeaway jumper. Bad shot. Offensive rebound, Keshad Johnson. Saves it to Jakucionis. Baseline drive. Drop off Ware. Floater. Good. 9th assist for Kasparas Jakucionis. 27 on the ball game for Kel'el Ware. We got a 2-point game. Harrison Ingram driving, kicking. It's Flagler, I think. Or is that Malachi Branham? I think it's Malachi Branham, actually. Foul called on Jakucionis. I think grabbing Bismack Biyombo on the screen. Good feed there by Yak. Cleared out a little space for Ware. My goodness, what a sensational performance from both Jakucionis and Ware, the last 2 first-round picks for Miami. That's encouraging stuff here in this preseason game. Just 1 game, and it's the preseason, but still. Adam Flagler driving inside, lefty layup, no good, but that's going to be goaltending called on Kel'el Ware. So the Spurs are the first team to cross that century mark and now lead by 4. Jaquez quickly the other way, driving, loses the handle, regains control, and banks it home. 101-99. Timeout San Antonio once again. So we now have a 2-point ball game with about 6 minutes and change to go. It's going to be a fun finish in Miami in this preseason game. And before we get to the home stretch, we're going to tell you about our sponsor on today's show, which is PrizePicks. This Heat Report stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football and basketball season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Bam Adebayo rebounds, points, and 3-pointers made? Well, now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on PrizePicks. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks won't count it as a loss. I'm playing tonight for the Spurs Heat preseason game. I got less than on Bam, points, rebounds, assists. Just hasn't got going in the preseason. But I'll go with more than on Norman Powell, 12.5 points, who has been cooking. In less than on Victor Wembanyama, 13 points. Bam has always played well against him, and I don't think he plays that much in this game. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be. I mean, look at the stat line by Kel'el Ware tonight, folks. 27 points, 10 rebounds, 11 of 15 shooting. It's been phenomenal. I mean, this guy's been awesome. There's no way around it. I've been critical of Kel'el Ware, but it's because I see the potential in him. I know that he is capable of doing this against real NBA players in regular season games. He just has to be more aggressive, and he has to be a player that gives you full-time max effort all the time. He's capable of doing this consistently, which is why Spo's hard on him, while I'm hard on him, because we know what he can bring to the table, and it's frustrating when he doesn't do, I wouldn't say expect this, but like give the effort to do stuff like this. Back in action. Who you got in this one, folks? MIA for the Heat, SAS for the Spurs. 101-99. 6.5 to go. Be a fun finish here. Same lineup that was on the floor for Miami a second ago stays here. Adam Flagler sizing up Jakucionis. Deep 3, no good. Long rebound out to Carter Bryant. Swung to the corner. Another 3-pointer by San Antonio. No good. And Ware goes up and grabs the rebound. Attaboy, Kel'el. Chance to tie or take the lead for Miami depending on shot selection. Jakucionis gets downhill. Stops. Turns around. Fade away from the mid-range. Gets the friendly roll. The rookie ties it up. How about this young kid? The 19-year-old from Lithuania. Flagler to Biyombo. Finds Carter Bryant. Pocket pass back to Biyombo. Missed dunk. Long rebound out to Carter Bryant. Shot clock does not reset. 5-4. Bryant drive. Pull up midi over Ware. Good. Tough bucket there by the youngster. 103-101. Jaquez drives. Loses the handle. But there is a foul. And I believe they're saying in the act of shooting. So free throws coming for Jaquez to try to tie this ball game up. Jaquez has a chance to make 2 free throws here. Makes the first. Can tie the game up if he makes the second. Jaquez does make number 2, and we're tied up once again. In for a fun finish here, this third preseason game of the year for the Heat. Micah Potter has the ball, lobs it to Biyombo, loses it. It's out of bounds off of Biyombo. Heat basketball. Chance to take the lead for Miami with a bucket. Heat going quick. Up ahead to Keshad Johnson to the rim. Blocked by Potter. Here comes Carter Bryant to the corner. Jean Paul driving, kicking. Potter for 3. No good. Rebound. Biyombo saves it in the corner. And the Spurs will reset with 8 on the shot clock. Potter has to make something happen to Bryant. Bryant driving, sidestep mid-range off the top of the backboard. That's a shot clock violation on the San Antonio Spurs. How about that defense from the Miami Heat? Spam those Ds. Timeout in Miami with 4:42 to play. Spam the Ds for defense, folks. Defense bringing it here in South Beach. We got Isaiah, Lovre, Kane, Tyman. Mr. M in the building saying let's go. David, Sulan, all typing those Ds. Eric Lopez. Pinecone, come on, baby. I know it's preseason, but why not start the Heat watch parties for the season off with a bang and getting a win? Be nice. I know it doesn't matter. If the Heat lose this game, I'm not going to care. Not going to make me change my opinion on anything in the world of Heat basketball, but it would be nice to see a win in our first watch party. It'd also be the first win of the preseason for the Heat. $250 people watching. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel today. Under 300 subscribers away from 25K. Trying to get there before the season tips off on October 22nd against the Magic. Want to get there for the rookie, Kasparas Jakucionis. Daily Heat content. Be live for games this season. Subscribe today. Out of the timeout, Jakucionis, Ware, pick and roll, lobs it up. Ware throws it down! Heat lead! Jakucionis with 10 assists! Wow, what a duo those two have. Biyombo in the pick and roll. Guarded by Ware. Ware with 29 points on the evening. Game's leading scorer. Gets the stop. Rebound Myron Gardner. He'll push. Finds Jakucionis. He goes to the rim and throws it out of bounds. Turns over. His second turnover of the game. That's his first real turnover. But what a feed from Jakucionis to Ware. Spurs ball, under 4 to go, 2-point game. Corner 3 for Micah Potter, no good. Ware with an excellent rebound, and the Heat can extend their lead. Jaquez crosses the timeline. 3.5 to go. Jaquez backing down on Potter, drives right, spins, pump fake, up and under, fade away 2. Gets the friendly roll. I don't know how he got that. A little English. 4-point lead. Jaquez with 19. He's 6 to 7 from the field. Paul Jones dribbles it off his foot. Turnover, San Antonio. Heat ball. And Spoelstra calls another timeout. It was a use it or lose it because you can't carry more than 2 timeouts heading into the final 2-3 minutes. But the Heat leading by 4. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I just could not be more impressed, man. Kel'el Ware, Kasparas Jakucionis. What a duo. And in the sports world, the Blue Jays lead the Yankees 5-1 in the top of the 8th. And this is how I win, folks. Notorious Yankees hater here. Lovray says Kaz and Ware should be called Ware Achiuwa. I think there's better ones out there. We can definitely get better. We can get better. But you know what? I can't get better is the efforts and performances from those two we just mentioned. Jakucionis has been awesome. Ware has been awesome. Jaquez, 19 points, 6 of 7 shooting, all inside the arc. He's 7 of 7 from the line as well. He ball up 4 with 3 minutes to go. See if these young cats can ice this game away against the reserves of San Antonio. Jakucionis and Ware pick and roll. Yak loses the handle and gets it to Ware. Moving deep 3. I think his foot might have been on the line, but misses it. Rebound to San Antonio. Biyombo to the rim on a pick and roll. Excellent weak side help by Jaquez. They call a foul. Don't agree with that whistle whatsoever, but Bismack Biyombo is going to get 2 shots here at the line. Great weak side help by Jaquez. They say he hits him on the wrist, or they say it's down low when he gets a hand on stomach. I don't know. Fourth foul on Triple J in this one. Biyombo's free throw, good. Heat are 23 of 30 at the line today. San Antonio is 15 of 22. Biyombo makes both. It's a 2-point game. Jaquez brings it up now. Working on the rookie Carter Bryant. Kicking it out to Jakucionis. Left wing catch and shoot 3. In and out. Great offensive rebound. Johnson out to Jakucionis for another 3. No good again. 2 good looks for the Rook. Couldn't convert. Spurs have it. Chance to tie or take the lead. Carter Bryant has it. Driving, kicking. Biyombo. Back out to Bryant. Pump fake. Drive. Free throw line jumper. Good, and we're tied. 2 minutes to go. 107 apiece. Keshad Johnson has it. Driving. Holds the pivot foot. No, it slid. Travel. I mean, that's on Miami for letting Keshad Johnson take a dribble drive to the rim. Let's call a spade a spade. There should be none of that. I think Jakucionis was a little discouraged there with a couple missed threes. No, Rook, take the ball and run the offense. Biyombo, top of the key, hands it off to Micah Potter. No, he fakes it. Directing traffic now. Already only 5 on the shot clock. Jones Garcia is going to have to make something happen. Fadeaway baseline shot over Ware, buries it. Tough shot from the lefty. 2-point game. San Antonio leads with 1:30 to go. That's our 9th lead change of the night. 90 seconds only remain. Jaquez working on Carter Bryant. Drops inside the Ware. Quick turnaround right hook shot. No. It's a 6-0 run for San Antonio to take a 2-point lead as we approach 1 minute to go in this 4th quarter. Is there overtime in preseason basketball? I know there isn't in NFL preseason. Don't know how it works in the NBA. Jones Garcia driving, half spin, fadeaway, air ball. Great defense by the rookie Kasparas Jakucionis, staying in front and forcing a tough shot. So the Heat have it down 2, 54 seconds to go. It's a 6-0 run for the Spurs with 2 minutes, in the last 2 minutes, I should say. Ware, catch and shoot left wing 3. Oh boy, that's just a bad shot selection. I know he's made a couple tonight, but I don't think I like that shot that early in the shot clock. 37 seconds remain. Spurs lead by 2. 10 on the shot clock. Can the Heat get a stop? Jones Garcia kicking it to Bryant. Bryant pump fakes, drives, drops it off inside. Loose ball picked up by Keshad Johnson. Johnson to Jakucionis to Jaquez. His layup. No! Rebound Micah Potter. Carter Bryant has it. Doubled and fouled. Heat are saying he traveled before the foul. Jaquez from point-blank range. Yeah, there was maybe some contact, but couldn't get the layup to fall right at the rim. And now the Spurs have a chance to take a 4-point lead with 13 seconds left. Great quick touch pass to Jaquez, and he just couldn't make the layup. And he knows he missed one there. 2 free throws coming for the rookie lottery pick out of Arizona. Carter Bryant rattles home the first, giving the Spurs a 3-point lead. 13.3 seconds remain. Heat likely going to call a timeout to advance the ball regardless of what happens with this free throw. Bryant makes it, and there comes the timeout. So 4-point game, 111-107. We got 367 people in the building. Hit that sub button if you want more Miami Heat content every day. I'm Nick Roloff. We have daily Heat content and are live for most Heat games. So if you want Heat content made by a diehard Heat fan, this is the channel for you. We're also in sub-only mode, so if you want to comment, you have to be subscribed. Ron Baker! What's up, my friend? Good to see you. You know what? If you're subscribed, type me in the chat. Type me in the chat. I want to know who the subscribers are because I know you're subscribed if you comment. Kane Angel's a subscriber. Pinecone's a subscriber. Wasim Khan's a subscriber. Kane is. Sulan is. Like I said, if you want to be able to be shouted out right now, you got to be subscribed. D'Anthony Morales, Aiden Law, Boy Wonder, Sulan, GR. Shout out to all the real ones. Vid Bully. Dennis Lopez. Picked up some new subscribers. I love it. Tyree Penny, Game Master. Heat will have ball down by 4 with 13 seconds to go. Max Williams. Listen, I don't care if the Heat win or lose this game. Do I like the Heat having an 8-0 run happen to them in the final 3 minutes? No, it's not great. But, I mean, these aren't the players that will be on the floor late in games in the regular season. Doesn't matter to me. Ball's inbounded to Jakucionis, and he just loses it. Turnover, that will do it. Ware fouls Bryant, so 2 free throws coming for San Antonio. Don't love that Jakucionis just effed that up. Don't love that Jaquez effed up that layup attempt. 0 points for the Heat in the final 3 minutes. Not ideal. But like I said, this game doesn't matter. I've seen everything I need to see from the Rooks. 1 of 2 for Carter Bryant, but offensive rebound San Antonio. That's going to do it. Clock runs out. 112-107 is the final. Heat lose again in the preseason. But with this game going final, grade the Heat's performance tonight. No, won't be streaming tomorrow. I don't think the Heat play tomorrow. Do they? I think their next preseason game's on Friday. No, their next preseason game's on Sunday. They play Sunday, Monday, and then next Friday. So 3 preseason games remain for Miami. Kane says C-. Yeah, they don't even play till Sunday, D'Anthony. Dog Squad says F. That's just inaccurate. That's inaccurate. Pinecone says B-. Sulan says C+. There were some great performances tonight. There's no doubt about that, folks. We'll go through some stats here, and then we'll get out of here on today's stream. But appreciate everybody who hung out with us here. Going through some of the stats from tonight's game, the number one and biggest takeaway is Kel'el Ware's performance. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 12 of 19 from the field. I mean, he was dominant. And this is the exact reason why I have been hard on Ware, and so has head coach Erik Spoelstra, because we know what this young kid is capable of doing. But too many instances where he does not give you max effort, and it looks like he doesn't even want to be there. Like, when he wants to be there and he gives you 100% effort, this is the type of stuff he's capable of showing. And I'm really happy and hopeful to see more of it as the season progresses. Got to talk about Kasparas Jakucionis. Certainly struggled with his shot tonight from beyond the arc, 1 of 5, buried 1 3, had a nice turnaround mid-range jumper. But how about the 10 assists? 8 points, 10 assists. That's just awesome to see. 3 turnovers, but I only give him really 2. Both of them came late in the fourth quarter, which isn't great. The one turnover I say don't count was a loose ball. He picked it up, one dribble, knocked out of bounds off of his leg. I mean, I don't blame him for that. But Kasparas Jakucionis with a great performance today. You see why I've been so high on him, and so have many other people. Norman Powell was awesome today. Had 9 points at the half. Had 9 points in the third quarter. He is going to be the leading scorer for the Miami Heat in the first month of the season. He is the most offensively gifted player the Heat have on their roster currently, only trailing Tyler Herro. But what I'm saying is Herro's out until mid to late November, so Norman Powell is going to pick up the slack and be a very solid player for this Heat team while he's out of the lineup. Some other maybe highlighted performances. Wiggins was okay, nothing special. Bam really struggled with his shot today, unfortunately. 3 of 10 from the field, 9 points. Jovic didn't have his best game. 3 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. But either way, preseason game in the books here. Not going to take away too much from this one, folks. It was a fun one. It was awesome to see. It was good. We do have to finish one thing, and then we'll be good. The fishbowl. Little bit of liquid. You see it in there. We're going to take a chug of the fishbowl. Like we said, every $5 super chat, we had a little pour into here. And then at the end of the stream, we'll chug it. So we're going to chug this, and then we'll sign off here on a Wednesday evening. See you tomorrow with a video. And then next time we'll be live 13 days from today, or excuse me, 14 days, exactly 2 weeks. Wednesday, October 22nd, Heat Magic. First game of the regular season. It's our next live show. Aren't able to do any of the final 3 preseason games. We'll have you covered with videos from now until then, of course. But, yeah, going to be an interesting first game of the season against the Magic. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, let's get this chugging. I just realized I can't really chug this the way this is, like, kind of right now, so here we go. I'm just going to take sips. All right. That was fun, man. That was Happy Dad. It was Pineapple Happy Dad. All right. That will do it. It was a lot of fun today, as always. Like I said, next time we'll see each other live. It will be Wednesday, October 22nd, Heat Magic, first game of the regular season. But we'll have you covered with videos every single day from now until then. Fun time for Nick Roloff here. See you tomorrow with a video. Go Heat.